Click on Instagrams. Let me know when you have it. And parao.
Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy. Huh.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to another live with us. We've got Kaio Kane, myself, David Hayes. We've got Sherry Wilkins in the house. We are doing some huge things. We've got some huge guests tonight. We've got to actually have Fender Hat, Justin Time's right-hand man. He's a motocross guy. He's a concert promoter. He is a tour manager. He does a little bit of everything in the off-road world. We've got Billy the Kid, a.k.a. Billy Butler, one of the music stars that's up and coming in the community. He's been around for quite some time. He's got a new release that he's going to be talking about. He's also going to be talking about being on the road in the community, doing live concerts, having a great time, and all the people that he's met across the way. We've also got Vince Mudman. Vince Mudman is actually a guy out of West Virginia. He's a tour guide. He has all kinds of awesome stuff. He's doing it big. So make sure you guys still stay tuned and hit that share button.
Yes, sir. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Welcome aboard, Sherry.
Hey.
You enjoy yourself tonight. As my guy Dave just said, we got some special guests. So tonight should be very interesting. And we want all y'all to tune in. Make sure you're sharing the live. I'm going to go click a few buttons and share the live also myself into some groups. And we're going to get this thing going.
So how you doing today, Sherry? You ready to rock this thing out?
Yes, sir. I sure am. Are you?
Oh yeah, always. Let's send this sucker off.
See, now it won't be a sausage fest tonight.
Well, not so much, unless you're packing something we don't know about. We should be good. There we go. Come on, damn it. Let's go. I love the computer being slow. Hey, look at me. There I am. Barao. John, let me see what you got. Oh, wait. That's a different song. All right. Messenger. Brown, 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 brown. All right. Copy. All right. Paste. And
what up, Lee? My guy Lee Freemeyer in the building.
There we go. All right, cool. And I am back. I'm hitting as many shares as I can, as quick as I can. The numbers will start climbing here in a minute, like they always do. So tell me what you got going on, Sherry. You're welcome to the show. It's my turn to say thank you and welcome. We wanted to try to change it up a little bit. We realized that we were talking to each other. We're having a great time, but there's an opportunity for everybody in the game. And we're doing so much right now. We have so many exciting things that are coming up. I'm mind boggled by the quantity and quality of guests that are popping up coming our way. It's absolutely insane. We're gonna have some teaser videos that are gonna start popping out about some of the guys that we're working with and ladies. And we figured now is the best time to get this thing figured out as we progress ourselves towards really unifying and putting together a full podcast scenario for us. So make sure you guys share the hell out of this thing. Let everybody know what's rocking. And if you got something that you think is going to help, something that's going to rock this thing out, please make sure to tell us about it.
Yes, sir. And be sure to share the link, man. You guys share this live in all the groups that you can. All your friends that you think would be interested in this, anybody in the off-road family, be sure to share this live, man. We're trying to go major here.
Lee Butler's in the house. What's up, Dave? Jay, sorry, I don't know how that worked out. Billy, we're going to get to you in a couple minutes real quick. We're going to go through some announcements. We got all kinds of cool stuff. I actually need my notebook, so I'm going to be right back.
That's a good idea, Dave. I need a
notebook. Don't forget the pencil.
I need a notebook.
Where's your notebook, Kaio?
I'm getting old, boys and girls.
You got your cheat sheet on the bottom of your shoe.
No. I need a notebook to keep up with everything because I can't remember what I'm doing half the time anymore. If I don't write it down, it doesn't get done. So what we've got rocking and rolling, we all know we got fast tracks coming up before you know it. We're gonna be there for Mud Bash in the spring. That's gonna be huge. I'm not fast tracks, but Busco. I apologize. Before that, we've got fast tracks doing an event. They've actually got an event that's gonna be popping. Let me go ahead and put that up. We got an event going here. Boom. Video. Let me get that
Hey,
screen.
Daryl. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Daryl? What up, Tiffany?
What's up? We're already climbing. We're already over 200 viewers, so I appreciate y'all. Make sure you keep hitting that share button and let's get this thing rocking.
Hey,
Say,
does Tiffany have a four-wheeler? You got a four-wheeler, Tiffany?
There's Kristen. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Kayla.
There we go. Mudman Love. So this is a free event that they're going to be doing. Let me get here. Mudman Love.
Where's one of my favorite redheads? Raise your hand.
What up, Kayla? What up?
I forgot. I can't do that. That's why I never turned it into a video. I apologize. So yeah, we do have fast tracks coming up. That is actually going to be March 31st through June 2nd. That's going to be a free event where everybody can come out, check out the park, rock it out with those guys. They're going to have Mega Truck. They're going to have all kinds of stuff rocking for that one. Then they've got a huge event coming up for the 4th of July where they're going to bring everything involved. We're going to be talking about Mega Trucks. We're going to be talking about side-by-sides. We're going to have some boggers out there. We're going to have the Mega Boggers out there. It's going to be a pretty awesome experience. Then in 2 weeks, we've got February 24th. I will be shooting my first event this year officially. We've got Tyndall Farms actually in the house. We're going to go down there. We're going to get rocking with those for their first event of the year, the first mud bog. We're going to go ahead and film that, get that thing rocking and rolling. Just before that, I believe the 22nd, we're probably going to have the Godfather team back on to talk about what changes they've made this year. Get those guys out and let the whole team come on and talk. So that's going to be a pretty awesome experience as well. What's up, Kayla? I got to get back down there ASAP. I miss riding. Well, most definitely. Come on, girl. Let's roll.
Yeah, riding season is right around the corner. What you waiting on, man?
What is it? 2 more weeks till Spring Bash or Busco.
It
Yep.
can't be
Then in March.
not 2 weeks, is it?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
3 weeks tops.
3 weeks. All right, that's
I gotta get
21
my
days, maybe 22.
I gotta get my buggy. I gotta redo my stereo system, get some amps replaced on it, change my brake lines, get my stuff rocking and rolling, and get her
I'll
washed
ride
up
you,
and ready to
bitch,
roll.
Dave. Don't worry.
Yeah. I won't need a we're gonna need to
I've
get you a
rotated
buggy.
a bitch many a times. Ask him.
I believe it, but it is what it is. I'm too cool for that. Only in my brain. So it all works itself out. So let me see here. So we're rocking with that. All right, cool. So let me see what else we got rocking. So I'm gonna go ahead and send Mudman the invite. We're gonna get him in here and get this thing rocking and rolling.
mud.
Mudman.
Hey, Lee.
Oh yeah, invite. Copy reads.
All right, here to about 10 Facebook groups. I'm gonna get 2 more in here.
There we go. All right. I just got Mudman. He just sent him the link. Once he pops up, we'll go ahead and get rocking with that. And then we'll go ahead and grab his intro video. Then, Billy, you will actually be right after that. We'll have you on here. And then we're going to rock and roll with Fender Hat. So that is the lineup for tonight. Now, we've been talking a little bit on air, off air with some of the crazy stuff that we're going coming up. Our travels, our just unbelievable luck of getting some of the cool people that we're talking to and these opportunities that are rising for us. We want you guys to make sure you're a part of the game and make sure we can get you guys involved as much as possible. One of the negatives that we came across that isn't a negative, but it's something we wanted to adjust and kind of wanted to work through is after hours. After hours is a great thing. We love having that roundtable scenario and that roundtable discussion. But unfortunately, we're spending a lot of time getting a lot more people from the West Coast. And what happens is those guys are just getting done with dinner when our guys are just getting done with a beer. And it becomes a conflict of interest. So what we're going to do is we're going to redesign after hours. We're not going to get rid of it, but we're going to redesign that and do a private scenario where we can all get together and still have a good time. And we're going to cut that down to a couple times a month, get that rolling, and we're going to figure out a way to make sure everybody can still get involved, because without you guys, we wouldn't be where we're at. We definitely don't want to get away with what we're doing. So I just wanted to go ahead and let everybody know that's something we're thinking about. All right, looks like we got Mudman rocking. So give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and set this up for him.
Hey, Tiffany, where you located at, yo? We got to get you to a mud park.
Mudman, welcome to the stage, buddy. How you doing tonight?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How are
y'all?
Not bad at all, man. We got a bit of a tradition out here when we do this, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.
What's up, everybody? It's Mudman out here in the beautiful hills of West Virginia. Hey, who you riding with? Mudman!
Don't say that I got an ego, but they really don't know me though. Don't say that I got an ego.
You recognize that
Hey,
sound?
who you riding with?
Billy, what's up? Man, that's a long intro.
Well, you sent me a lot of stuff.
Oh, look at that beast.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. So tell me, man, how you doing
Cool.
tonight? You doing good?
I'm doing good, doing good.
So welcome to the show. We are on multiple platforms. I didn't really get a chance to talk to you like I normally do. Usually I do a prelim interview with everybody, kind of get them an idea what we're playing with. We are currently on multiple Facebooks at one time. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're doing all this all at the same time. So this is kind of a little different thing than a lot of guys do. We've got a lot of businesses that watch this. We got a lot of big names. We've had Super ATV on here. We're talking with CT Raceworks next. We've got all kinds of big guys. So when you're on here, understand you're kind of in a large audience and a large atmosphere, but we all have a great time and do our thing. So, Kaio, I'm gonna let you kind of handle it because I mean you know the guy much better than I do. I just pop in for the good times.
Oh,
Kaio,
yes,
I'm gonna let
sir.
you kind of handle it because I mean you know the
Yeah.
guy much better than I do.
I
just pop in for the good times.
Oh, yes,
I'm gonna let
sir.
you kind of handle it because I mean you know the guy much better than I do. I just pop in for the good times.
Are you popping in for a good time?
It's like a delay,
Somebody,
so
hold
I'm
up.
trying
So
to figure
somebody's
this out.
got
It's
their
my first
Facebook
time.
up. Someone's got their Facebook up.
Not
Shut
me.
your Facebook off. Just utilize your phone or however you're streaming.
Who?
Whoever it is, because what that was a 3-second delay on Facebook. Picking up off the speakers.
Okay.
We
Me.
good now?
Vince, is it you?
I think it's
I think it was
It's
Vince.
Vince. He looks guilty.
It happens. I was like, no, something's wrong there. So
Yeah,
Vince will pop back in when he gets a chance. We'll get this thing rocking and rolling.
Kelly.
What's
What
up,
up?
Kels?
Larry Sabo.
Larry Sable's in the house.
Hey, Larry.
What we got here? We got Mark Strickland. We got Kelly rocking and rolling with us.
There's
know-
my girl.
Y'all know the vibes, man. Y'all know the vibes.
We're definitely doing things big with this. As I said, I want to very badly let the cat out of the hat for what we've got coming up next.
I'm
Just
so
saying,
stoked.
if you guys like badass raps and you like X Games and King of Hammers and stuff like that, and you want to be a part of an unbelievable opportunity to get your ideas into physical work, then we got a guy that's going to be popping up here soon. He's going to be on next Thursday. It's going to be unbelievable. I can't wait to work with the guy. We've been talking back and forth off the thing. Sherry actually brought this guy to our attention, and he is doing big things. So we'll make sure we will communicate and get that rocking. It's definitely something I'm pumped about. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all in on a little secret. His name is Barrett Hepburn. You may not have heard of him yet, but I promise you by the time we're done, you're going to be searching him out trying to get stuff done for his buggy. So let me go ahead and see if we can get Vince back in, see what's happening with him.
Yeah, y'all know the vibe. We outside. Whoo! Hey, so we got hey Billy. So basically, if you have like your Facebook page up, I got my comb in my hand. If you got your Facebook page up and you're on StreamYard as well, it'll have a 3-second delay and a feedback if you don't mute the Facebook page.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we do that so we don't have that, because we use a third party. That's how we're able to get to so many people at one time. Like, what you guys can't see all the comments, but when we're looking at the comments, we see Instagram, we see Facebook, we see this group, that group. We get all that stuff popping on our screen, and we want to make sure that we get everything and keep that moving. But because of that, it causes a little bit of a delay, and that's going to happen anytime you go live. It just happens a little bit more. It's about a 3 to 4 second delay as we rock the thing out.
Santa Squatch in the building.
Santa Squatch, the unofficial mascot of what we do. It looks like we got him back in the game. What's up, man? All right, bud. Let's see if we got you a little better this time.
There we go. My God. We got Mudman, your trail guide, the one and only. Spends a lot of time in West Virginia. Hey, you can't miss him. If you haven't been on trails and had a guided trail by this man, you're missing out. We got him on the live right now, right here. My God, my friend. Met him at Mr. Mudman himself. Let's go.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up? And he's gone.
Oh, man.
Do we lose him again?
Yeah.
Yep. So we may reschedule with Mudman. We'll give him one more chance to pop on here and get his stuff figured out, and then we'll just go ahead and move on to the next guest. So Billy, be prepared, my man. I'll be sending you a link soon. I tried this one last time. What's up,
I couldn't see the comments. Hey, look, I'm good at on the trails. This tech stuff, man. I need somebody next to me.
We're just gonna have to go to
I can take you anywhere in West Virginia, but navigating this thing. But I'm good now. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I can't see the comments, but I'm just gonna let it roll. Okay, I see them now.
We'll pop them up there like that for you. So speaking of trails, man, tell us what you got going on starting off this year.
Yo, so for those that don't know who I am, let me just give you a little background. So I started out riding in the mud parks, actually, like Busco Beach, Deep Creek, man, Cape Fear, all the Hollister, just riding around on an ATV and, playing in the mud. And that's kind of how I got the nickname. My daughter gave it to me. She said, "Daddy, you play in the mud so much, they ought to call you Mud Man." And it just stuck. So after that, I kept hearing about Hatfield and McCoy, right? And if you're in the industry at all, you always hear about it eventually. Even if you start down in any mud park anywhere, you start hearing this trail system. And I was like, I got to go check it out. So a good buddy of mine took me up there, and man, after the first ride, I fell in love and just kept going back as much as I could. And that was about maybe 17 years ago. So I've been going up there and riding and doing a little mud stuff every now and then, but mostly now just trail riding. And about 6 years ago, I started videotaping my rides. That's kind of how my following got going. I started out, I had these little goggles with a microphone in them, right? And I would just talk through my videos, and they just happened to take off, and I got a following, and I started going different places, and people started wanting to ride with me. And about 6 years ago, I decided to kind of make it a business. You know, I started out with the ATV stuff working at a dealership. So that's kind of where my background is before I kind of went and turned it into a business. Hey, Kayla, what's up? Got to ride with you guys. Hey, Kelly. So yeah, basically, man, just started going up there and then learning the trails. Got me a tablet, you know, like a lot of people started riding, and then decided to turn it into a business. Now, I like the Mudman Adventures really started out as like promotions and things like that, you know, and riding and stuff like that. So it's not so much as a tour guided business. I call it like a entertainment company, you know, because there's so much more to it when you ride with me. If
Okay.
you've asked anybody that's been on a ride with me, it's so much more than just a tour. So it's you know, we have a good time, man. We go different places, and it's just me, you know, I go a little extra mile to entertain you while you riding with me.
Oh yeah, that for sure. That I can agree with. I've seen this man in person. I haven't been on a trail with him, but I know we linked up a couple times at Pine Lanes. Definitely an
Yeah.
entertaining. With that being said, would you say do you go across the outlaw trails, the East Lynn trails, or is it just Hatfield McCoy?
Well, I promote, you know, I'm in Raleigh, Wake Forest area. So for me, it's a 4 hour drive to go up there. And the closest trail system to where I am when I drive up there is the Pocahontas trail system. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of where my base of operations is at Golden Blue Cabin Rentals.
Go.
And so, yeah, that's how I got linked up with them about 5 years ago. They had just started up,
Mm-hmm.
and they were pretty much my first major resort sponsorship.
Okay.
And that's how Mudman Adventures operates too, with a lot of sponsorships like Buffalo Cabin Trails, Dirty Stripper, Outlaw Bar and Grill. Where I got the Mudman Burger. Have y'all had that yet?
No, I haven't had a Mudman burger. We're gonna have to.
Oh man,
No, we
you
had
got
to
to
get
go to
one.
Outlaw Bar and Grill and have a Mudman. I know there's at least one person on here that's had a Mudman burger, and it's delicious.
All right.
Who
I
was it?
Buffalo Cabins and Trails. I do know about those guys.
Yeah, yeah, and like all the major resorts up there are sponsors of Mudman Adventures. You got Wild Willie's ATV Resort, Buffalo Cabins, Ashland, Jenny Marie's. You got, of course, Golden Blue is where I start out at. That's where I keep my camper. When I'm up there, I got a place up there, and I just stay there. And just many other places up there, man. And the folks up there are just awesome. Sherry, I haven't rode with you yet, so we got to do something. We got to get together and ride.
I'm coming. I'm gonna hit you up as soon as we're done here.
That's what's up.
Sherry's everywhere, man.
Yeah, Sharon's gonna be
I
wherever
see.
you're at, so she's there
Yes,
for the
sir.
party.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
So
at Busco this past weekend.
you were at
What?
Buster, so that's where you
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, me and my son went Saturday.
Wow. Whatever.
It was a last
Whatever.
minute thing. It was a last minute thing, but it was good to see my mud peeps again. You know, I spend so much time in West Virginia that I don't get to do many shows. But that's what's going to be different about this year, is I hope to do some parks and get some rides going and just hang out with some of my people that I started out with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I like I said, I saw the video and I'm like, I don't know if he's at a park somewhere else or is that Busco? Like normally
Yeah,
when
that was Busco, man.
I tell, most of the time I can tell.
Crazy.
But with so all right, so I gotta ask the question. I know you got the Honda Pioneer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That would you switch if you could do it? Would you go Can-Am or Polaris, or is the Honda Pioneer just like that's like your thing? That's what you like?
Well, I started out a Honda guy. My first Honda was a Recon 250 two-wheel drive. I put some vampires on the back of that thing, two-wheel drive. I was going anywhere and everywhere. So that's kind of how I fell in love. Then I got four-wheel drive with a 420, Rancher, 420 Rancher. And that was the one that really got me going. And that was my first machine, second machine I took up to West Virginia to ride. But first four-wheel drive machine. And I did that for a little while. And man, I think I got 3,500 miles out of that thing before I sold it. And somebody said it's still going somewhere. And then from there, that's when I got my first side-by-side which was a Pioneer 500.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I got going with the videos and things like that. Because I got that Pioneer 500 when it first came out, and a lot of people hadn't seen a little side-by-side like that other than the Razors. But man, I put a snorkel on that thing and you couldn't tell me nothing. I hold the record. I hold the record at Busco. I was the first Pioneer 500 to make it through the 50-50 hole, make it through the cooter hole. Now the cooter hole ain't there no more, or a version of it is. And the first Pioneer 500 to make it to the island.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Yeah, but now
That's
you
impressive.
see a gazillion of them out there now. There's a million of them.
It's all right. So now I know it's official. Mudman is a Honda boy.
Well, now I'm in a Kawasaki though.
Oh, so hold on. Wait, so how many?
Okay, so I got sponsorship vehicles too. Like my personal vehicle, I've got two now, is the Wolverine Yamaha. So from when I had a Pioneer 1005, a red one before the one you saw recently.
Yeah.
So that was the one that just man, that thing was like a tank. And I would drive that thing like a race car. I mean, go to Mudman Adventures on YouTube and go back to the red Honda and watch some of those. And then that's when I got the Yamaha Wolverine. Man, I've got 9,000 miles on that. It's still alive. It's up in West Virginia now. Just got to get some work done on it. But Gold and Blue had their own Pioneer.
Okay.
So whenever my machine would go down, they would provide me a machine to use. So at the beginning of last year, I had a machine go down, and they let me use a Kawasaki KRX 1000.
Yeah.
How'd you like
Man,
that
I
bad
jumped
boy?
in that thing.
She's heavy.
That's like night and day.
I'm
I'm still a Honda man, but that Kawasaki done showed me something.
Just wait till you get you in a turbo razor. Then we're gonna really see what you can play with.
I don't know if Mud.
Can-Am.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't need that
stuff.
kind of horsepower in my life. I'm too old to be breaking stuff.
Polaris.
You own a side-by-side. You're always gonna break something.
I'm talking about me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what a good roll cage is for. 3-point
I
harness.
thought I was talking about the side-by-side
Send
too.
Yeah.
What up, Gary?
My bones don't heal like they used to. I need that young muscle like Kale.
I bounced once versus a couple times, and I just lay there for a while.
Y'all
I
know
make a lot of weird noises.
What up?
I got some battle scars.
Yeah, man.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna be bringing Billy Butler on the stage as soon as he gives me an answer on which song I'm rocking with on him first. But let me go ahead and clear some stuff.
I'm hitting you up though, Mudman. We're riding.
Before we go,
I'm coming to West Virginia.
What is your first event that you're actually going to be going and doing this year?
Sherry Wilkins.
Not you, Mr. Mudman.
I got to look at the schedule. That's what I got to do. Is I need like the promoters. I did it on my last live video, but I need the schedule of the events of different ones. Like I'd like to travel and do something out of North Carolina this year, but it just depends on how it goes. Now I get pretty busy starting. I'm gonna start booking my rides at the end of February, end of this month, and usually once that starts, man, it's up there. But I'm trying to free up my weekends where they're having big events like Mud Bash and things like that. Deep Creek opening. I think I'm gonna try to make Deep Creek's opening that weekend. I think I'm still free as of right now. So that's probably gonna be my first event.
Well, we definitely got to link up, bro. You know,
Yeah,
I'm around everywhere, but I'm gonna make time for the Mudman this year.
that's what's up, man. That's right. We'll get it together.
Most definitely, man. We appreciate you coming on. I apologize. Like you can see, I'm running 1,000 different directions. I'm trying to keep everything rolling. So,
Hey, I know that feeling, dude. When I'm on the trail, I got cameras going and I got trying to keep up with people and not lose them, radios, all kinds of stuff.
I'm normally a photographer and a videographer, so normally I'm in the mix anyway. And I run a landscaping company, so it is a fun game where I never sleep. But so if you ever need anything, feel free to reach out. I'll do my best to get a hold of you in a couple hours, and we'll always cut it up and do what we got to do. There's a lot of other guys that are doing guided groups out there. I'm just saying, this is just an idea. I'm spitballing it and I'm throwing it out there. If you were to grab the 530 Club, grab yourself, grab a couple more clubs, and if you keep watching the show, you're probably going to meet them all. And everybody say they met at one place. Can you imagine the traffic jam and the excitement and the amount of people that are having a good time in one place? The network is there. The possibilities available. Let me know if you decide to do something like that, and I may just show up with my cameras, and we will go ahead and do some fun stuff.
Let's do that. That sounds so fun.
Do that.
That's a Kaio Kane concert right there, boy.
Yes, sir.
I'm just saying we might know a couple music artists too. I'm just saying.
Yes.
It's a possibility.
I can bring applications for sugar daddies.
There you go. There you go.
My hands are out. I'm getting that day. I'm telling you guys, this is my year.
That's not gonna be too hard for you.
Is it gonna be my year for the sugar daddy or a Splendid daddy?
Okay.
I keep telling them, guys.
Is that like the sugar daddy but diabetes? Does he have
No,
diabetes?
I want the kind of sugar daddy that I don't gotta get sugar. So I'm gonna go with the Splendid daddy.
See,
that's a whole different story.
You being about it, yo. You gotta set up the thing for the sugar mamas too now.
There you go.
So you want me to have a sugar mama and a sugar daddy? I can do that.
Sugar mama's out there for the.
I will definitely give you guys something to talk about then.
All right. What up, Heather?
Well, these events gonna be wild. I see.
Oh yeah, this is how we roll. We're a little bit outside of the box.
I hear you.
As we start to rock and roll, I mean, we've got a hell of a network. We got Texas, we got California. We'll be in June. We'll be out in Oregon. We're actually doing our thing in Coos Bay. We're looking at Canada. We got Canada coming up. We've got Texas rock and roll with Rednecks and Paychecks. But we're going to meet some people.
One of those.
And I'm going to West Virginia. We're going to West Virginia now to ride with Mudman.
That's right.
I've been to West Virginia.
Hey, we're gonna do a Mudman adventure weekend and just get all my mud people to just come up. I'll try and get with my resorts and get some stuff set up, and we just do. Everybody jump in. We'll do like a 50 train, piss everybody off. You know how they do up there if they get.
Usually y'all are in front of me.
What's the ride a train?
That's a poor choice of words.
A ride.
A train ride. Oh, now you're gonna call it a ride. Okay.
Yeah.
A train ride.
We're not in Busco anymore. I can't tell you.
Wait till she gets to Outlaw Bar and Grill. Sherry, look that spot up. That's where everything happens. That's the central location right here.
Okay.
Where all the action happens.
All right, that sounds like my type of
party. Watch and see. We'll be there. All
right, y'all sound good. Yo, I got to roll.
No problem, man. We appreciate you having on. You're welcome on anytime, man. If you need something.
All right, man. Y'all know. That's my guy, Mud Man, Big Dog.
Be in touch, y'all. Take care.
Will do.
Man.
Bro.
Bye-bye.
Nick, on center stage. No, I'm just messing around. What's up, Billy the Kid? What's up, bro? How you doing?
There he is. There he is.
Hey,
finally.
Before we get started, how my mic sound? Good?
Your mic actually sounds really good. Kaio, you didn't tune his mic.
No,
it's working good.
That voice.
Check this out, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all this before we get started. Billy Butler had a pep talk with Billy the Kid. And he told Billy the Kid to act like he's civilized. So that's what I'm about to try to do.
Well, you may not fit in here, but we'll try to work with you.
Time out. Hey, Billy the Kid, you up? What's up, Dag man?
What's up, bro? There we go. That's the man I know. So we got tradition and we got to keep this rocking. Let me go ahead and introduce him the correct way. Here's one of his music videos. This is Let Him Eat. Here we go.
Where's my favorite song by Billy the Kid?
Bro.
Which one?
I
don't know the name of it, but I love it and I play it all the time.
Is it country or is it hood?
I hit the wrong stream.
Yeah, you got women in your stories.
Uh-oh.
You got to let me know which one, Sherry.
I forget the name of it. You played it on that one day, and it was totally different than what you ever sang, and it was so good.
It was country, or was it?
Yeah, it was kind of slow, and.
Oh, you talking about Silverado or Do It Again?
Yeah, I love that song.
All right, boys and girls, and this time I got it right.
Now this is a long intro. I don't know what part you won't play.
Let's just play it all.
Oh, you gonna play the whole?
We're gonna see what we got. You tell me when to fast forward.
Just get to the point where okay, just fast forward. I'm gonna tell you where to stop. We gotta get to where I snap. Just keep going. Keep going. We'll watch that later. Keep going, buddy. We gotta get going. We gotta get to the I ate that bitch. Yeah, here you come.
Yeah, I let him meet. Yeah, I go again. I just put one in the wind. in. Finna
Let's
round me
play,
a
let's
hoe,
play
cause
now.
baby bro be going in.
Let it
Throw my blazer getting lit. Can't nobody tell me shit. I just might fuck around, break another damn bit. Blow the inches off the floor. I ain't scared of a hoe. Show me where that motherfucker, I'ma send it, watch me go. I ain't got no damn sense. They be asking where I went. Probably somewhere in the woods, getting drunk, being a bitch. Yeah, I got it at the mud, sipping shine by the jug. Yes, anywhere I go, they be showing me some love. BKT's got some teeth, got me chewing concrete. Yeah, my white folks say that I be going balls deep. I pull up on the scene and my razor sitting mean. Sitting out here riding dirty, but you see we still clean. Still sitting up high, how we do it in the coach. 40 inches off the ground and my tires stay hungry. I let them eat, let them eat. I let them eat, I let them eat. Let them eat, let them eat. Yeah, I let them eat, let them eat. Let them eat, let them eat. I let them eat, let them eat. Let them eat. Yeah, I let them eat.
I gotta let them bitches eat when they getting kinda hungry. Goddamn, I can't see, man, that liquor creeping on me. I love to go deep while your chick is freaking on me. Them haters can't sleep, cause they always sneaking on me. I'm the trail ride king, put respect on my name. Boy, I'm swerving in this bitch, you better check out your lane. When we show up 30 deep, you gotta check out the train. We about to send these motherfuckers, so don't think it's a game. Hitting mud holes so hard, you know I'm breaking some shit. Burning belts, breaking axles, yeah, I'm taking my lick. Spare parts, don't care how long the bitch taking the fix. I'm a real mud thug, ain't no faking this shit.
I pull up on the scene and my razor sitting mean. Sitting out here riding dirty, but you see we still clean. Still sitting up high, how we do it in the coach. 40 inches off the ground and my tires stay hungry. I let them eat, let them eat. I let them eat, I let them eat. Let them eat, let them eat. Yeah, I let them eat, let them eat. Let them eat, let them eat. I let them eat, let them eat. Let them eat. Yeah, I let them eat.
Billy Kid and Lil Raw.
Well, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something right now. Boy, if you ain't jumping head first in a mud hole at the mud park, you ain't doing nothing.
We
You gotta wash your eyes out with bottled water.
Gotta get them dirt boogers out the corner.
Hey, yo, how you got your camera following you like that?
Who,
He's
me?
got
No, that's
got
him doing something. That ain't me.
Oh, who? I can see it
I
zooming.
thought that was you.
No, that ain't me.
Man, we gotta.
That's all I know how to do.
We'll talk about that. I don't know what's going on.
That's dope, though. That's dope.
We're gonna talk about that later because that ain't intentional. My light bulbs was
You
flickering.
got? Do you have it on a? Well, what you call it? The thing you did to makes it bubble. I don't know. I got nothing. I'm a photographer. I'm supposed to know the words for this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm out of words.
Yeah, panoramic or something like that.
You see it, Sherry? You see how it zooms in and out?
I thought that was him.
No, what he's got is he's got autofocus going on. He's not doing it from his phone. He's
that's what I
putting it on
did.
a
Yeah, I
real
did
camera.
that before I hopped in.
Yeah, he's got it on autofocus. So if I put like the R5 out there, then I can be rolling around. It'll focus on me. My eyes will be all nice. Now I'm rocking an iPhone 15 Pro Max. It ain't the same.
I mashed some buttons, and then it just started doing that because that's how I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I mean, I'm just saying, big dog, you doing your thing. So what you got going on this year, my man? Where are you heading? What are you doing? Like, I still haven't actually hooked up with you to a mud park yet.
Okay.
When you coming to my neck of the woods?
Man, I've been trying to get out there for a hot minute. I came to Mud Mania like 3-4 years ago. Out there with my boy. You gotta excuse me because I'm drinking grape juice. I forget his name. Marcus, my dog Marcus White, off the porch adventures. We turned up, same spot where Kaio filmed Godzilla. We had a good time, but that's a long hike. So I'm trying to network, trying to do some things, trying to do some local shows, and I take all my money from my shows and invest in my trips. So Tower Tracks ATV, that's my home park. They show big love. Shout out to Tower Tracks, Mr. Dunn, Miss Rhonda, big love. So what I'm trying to do, book some shows there, and then I turn around and flip that, try to make some trips. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to get out there for Daisy Dukes.
Daisy Dukes.
I heard y'all be having some sweet potato shaking out there.
We made.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that one more again. I heard Daisy Dukes weekend be having some sweet.
It has a tendency to do some stuff.
Do some things.
It does some things.
That pole got them dollars.
Well, we ain't gonna speak on that.
Busco's
Yes, we are.
Busco. That's all I can say about Busco.
So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm doing some local stuff, and then I'm gonna branch out because it's rough. I'm a truck driver. You know what I'm saying? And
I mean, all that means is, do you own your own rig or are you working for a big company?
I used to until that
If you
rig
own your own
started
rig, I
owning
say
me.
we're going to
That
Texas, bro.
that
We're
rig
splitting some
started
fuel.
owning me. Yeah, it's so things changed. So I ended up working for a company. But I got a decent schedule, and that allowed me to do things on the weekend.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking with
nice.
Tower Tracks. We're gonna try to pop some things off. We got a small tire bounty hole coming up. We still talking about that, but the next event I'm gonna pop out at right now. My buggy in the shop because we ain't gonna talk about that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
we
um,
all got so subject somewhere with a
I'm gonna
buggy.
pull up the Battle of the Bills, and I'm gonna show some love. I'm gonna hang out with a few people. We might work some things out. While I might hit the stage, I don't know. But either way it go, I'm gonna pop out, show some love, just enjoy the crowd, enjoy everybody who out there, watching the bike.
Oh yeah, most
We got to
definitely.
meet him halfway. We got to meet you halfway, Billy.
I'll meet me halfway out there, but I'm gonna burn about $400 worth of diesel trying to get there.
That's all right.
we
We're all
Oh
gonna,
my
right.
lord.
hey, we gonna make something shake for real.
Got
Right. You've been
Texas.
saying you're coming to Busco, coming to Busco. Well, now we'll meet you halfway.
If I come to Busco, y'all gonna have to call FEMA because we're gonna tear that thing down. Me
Most,
and Kane gonna tear it down. I'm just gonna keep it
Nuh-uh.
real.
I'm
That
just
barn is
saying.
up with marine grade piling. That ain't coming down no time.
She was engineering that sucker.
Y'all
Yeah,
Oh
do
yeah,
not
I'm
that
just saying,
want.
thing's
Busco is resilient.
staying fasted.
Y'all
Yeah.
do not want Kaio Kane and Billy the Kid in
Yes,
the
we do.
same 200 miles radius. Because let me tell you something. We went to what Griffin, Georgia for the Yin Yang Twins video shoot.
Yeah. Now,
I couldn't feel my
Kelly's
face. Kaio showed up to my hotel room. Couldn't feel his face. Kelly was cross-eyed, looking like Cookie Monster. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? I'm just not meeting y'all. And y'all, it was like we partied all night. I was like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up dapping up. We went to Hey, didn't we hang out at Walmart?
yeah, we was in Walmart cutting
At
up.
Walmart.
Matter of fact, we hung out at Walmart until they started selling alcohol, and that was a good 45 minutes. We in there trying on clothes, cowboy hats, and drawers, and everything. And so finally, we said,
Cowboy
like,
hats.
I got the pictures because me and Kane took plenty pictures in the men's section. I got them pictures,
I
Kane.
want to see them.
It.
I want to see them or it did not happen. I need to see them now.
Oh, well, shoot, keep on talking, Kane, because I could pull it. I got receipts, baby. I got receipts.
We had.
Oh
Kale
man.
in a cowboy hat?
Yep.
No way.
Hold
I
on,
don't.
I gotta go to Google Photos for this one. Hold
You did.
This is
I
gonna
put.
be fun.
on.
I
I
put
got selfies of us in the
times.
men's section.
What kind of
Oh.
drawers were you modeling, KO?
Well, the drawers was under the clothes. We couldn't show that.
I'm gonna show you something. So this is Busco and how Busco
You
rolls.
didn't have the drip from Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, we Walmart dripped out. Hold on.
You know TikTok took all
Scully
the music down.
doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday.
They ain't
We don't
ready.
need that song, but
They ain't ready. They is
Bus-
not ready for the kid.
Busco has a tendency to make people go a little crazy.
Let me tell you something. I will write a whole album and come
Yeah.
out there.
Bro, need to pop out to North Carolina with me and Billy.
Man, they
I'm
ain't.
telling you right now, there's options. I mean, we get out there, you guys rock and roll. We'll get
I
the
tell you what,
footage.
y'all start a GoFundMe. All I need is my expenses paid, and y'all make me a couple burgers. I'm in that thing. I'm in there like booty hair. I know we got sponsors and people watching this thing, but I'm gonna be me. Hold on. This me and Kaio Kane.
Oh man.
Here we
No
go.
doubt. In
It's coming down
Walmart.
the pike.
Swagged out. In Walmart, baby. Tell me we don't turn
No
up
way.
everywhere we go.
No.
Tell me we ain't turned up everywhere we go. In Walmart.
Snorted.
That's
Hold on.
Busco. That's the stage at Busco.
Look, you see the
I got
teddy whiteys in the
sidetracked. It happens.
background. They got
Bubbles.
drawers. Well, look at the
The film
bubbles.
party.
Yeah, I
Me and
get a little
Kaio Kane.
sidetracked sometimes, but that is Busco Beach. That's how they roll. It's a good time. We also can get rocking and roll. We've got fast tracks. That's always an opportunity we can rock and roll and go
So
there as
where
well.
Fast Track's at? Give me
Fast track's a little bit closer. I'll save you an hour. How about that?
That's all you got.
Okay, I'll go to Fast Tracks because I've never been there
You
either.
got an
Oh, you're going to
Dang,
Fast Tracks. You're
dang,
hanging
he
out with
gonna
us
give,
now.
dang,
If
he
you're
gonna
with
give me
us,
an
then you got to
hour.
go where we go. So Fast Tracks, you're going to get a whole lot of introductions to some really good people.
So hold on,
Um,
time out. So Fast Track, you say you're gonna give me an hour.
Oh,
Where,
save you an hour in transportation time.
but no, tell me where it's at. And I'm gonna
It's
I'm
in
gonna let you, I'm a
it's in
truck driver.
North
Bennettsville, South
Carolina.
Carolina.
Traffic gonna take that hour home, boy. You ain't giving me nothing. You fronting me. No, I'm just playing.
I'll front you an hour so you can you got 1 extra hour to drink and have a
Yeah,
good time. That's what I can tell you.
Ooh,
yeah, y'all don't know Billy like that, bro. Y'all get us in 200-mile radius, bro. They're gonna have to
do
call
they
the car.
do they want that smoke?
I don't
Do
think
they really want that smoke? Kelly, where Kelly at? Get Kelly in the chat.
Where is
Do they
Kelly?
want
There
smoke?
she is. She's there.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna go to the next question. Why I thumbed through some incriminating evidence because I got it. Hold on.
Yeah, we got a whole lot
Oh,
of
no.
we got a whole lot of redneck rave fans that are about to pop in because we got Fender Hat coming
Dang.
on next. He's I mean that dude he's freaking awesome. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Shout out
Oh,
to
Fender Hat. I done
I'll
heard
bet
that
with him.
name.
Yeah, he's right. He's the tour manager for Just in Time. He's just an all in all cool ass dude. I spent way too much time on the phone with him yesterday. I was gonna do a
What they know about that?
I was gonna do a pre-interview with the man, and then I ended up
No,
just having
no,
an awesome
no.
I
conversation.
can't do that. You was gonna do a pre-interview with Fender Hat and what happened?
And it ended up being like a full-on questionnaire scenario where I just got bugging him for questions on all kinds of stuff because I'm a curious dude. This is the perfect outlet for me because I will ask you way too many damn questions when I meet you.
So let
I
me
don't
ask you
mean
this
anything
question.
by it. I just want to know how everything works.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And I want to be there to experience it. I want to be
Exactly.
able firsthand. So
Hey,
so tell me about this redneck rave. What happens
Redneck
and what
Rave is
goes down?
actually I'm gonna let Fender Hat tell you about that. He'll be on next,
Okay,
but
okay.
he's that's his game. He's rocking and rolling with that. They've been doing it for a couple years now, but I ain't
Mhm.
gonna let the cat out of the hat for that one.
When
He
is the
is
next one? Because
that's
I
gonna
might
be
want to
the
be there.
same time. Unfortunately, it'll be the same time that they've got Busco Beach for
Okay.
Mud Bash,
I
which
no
sucks for
disrespect to
us.
redneck rave, but Busco, Billy the Kid trying to be at that beach.
Redneck Rave will scare you.
All
They're gonna have numbers like crazy. Like
right.
they got a hell of a lot of people performing.
they do.
Like,
I'm still trying to
Justin
get.
doesn't mess around. When he puts a concert together, he gets them to show up. I'll give him that. The man knows what he's doing. So, we'll hook back up with him a little bit later on
Yeah,
that. That's
we
no
need to
issue.
pull up. We'll pull up and show some love
Yeah,
one day.
trying to
Yeah.
get the first redneck rave. But hey, Billy, man, so what's the next record you got that you're gonna drop? You know, I know I'll be getting behind the scenes, but what do you want to? How you
Dang,
gonna?
you gonna ask me that, Kane?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you that, man, because you know the
So
content keep rolling.
okay, so first and foremost, I don't drop nothing or until I'm on my throne and I'm thinking. So I don't know what's the next track. Yucky Banks hit me up on something. He want to do like a trail ride vibe, and you know I switch it up because first of all I'm musically bipolar. So Sherry, whatever song that was you like, if it was
Let me go
Silver,
find it.
was it the one was when I was like, do it again, dear Lord, if you hear me, please listen.
Yep,
'Cause
that's
I
it.
know
That's it.
that
That's
I
it.
ain't living right. Okay,
Yep,
so
yep, that's it.
let me tell you about that song.
I love that song.
I
It's so different for you.
wrote "Feeling Good" first on my thinking throne because I was feeling good that day, like real time. I think I had talked to Kane, and we were just talking like we talked. So that day I was in a good mood. So I listened to Jake Angel beat. That dude got the dopest beat. Jake Angel, he got the dopest country rap beat. I ain't gonna lie, hands down. So I wrote that song because I was feeling good that day. I went to the studio, recorded. Boom, that was done. So then I got my boy Jage Marshall to do the artwork for it. Yeah, he did that. Okay, so the next day I was a little down. Like real talk, I was down. I had some things on my mind. I got a 17-year-old daughter I haven't seen in 5 years, and I listened to a Silverado beat. So I just started writing, and I had been drinking, so it reflects in the hook. And I wrote that song the very next day. So I hit my engineer up, was like, "G, get me back in." So I did Silverado. And then Feeling Good, I was feeling goofy as hell. Like no cap. So Feeling Good, not Feeling Good, but Do It Again. Do It Again is literally a reflection of my wife getting tired of my ass running to the mud park. So when you hear that song, I mean, I literally incorporated the stuff that I done been through with my wife and me going rides, spending money, because I know I'm gonna do it again. I can't stop. It be
It's
calling.
addicting. It's addicting.
It
It
be
is.
calling me. It be calling me.
Does she go
I
out
just
to
gotta
the
go
mud?
to. What's that?
Does she go out to the mud parks with
Oh,
you?
so let me tell you, my wife, for the first 3 years of me doing this, she was in them woods, knee deep. But she started seeing some things that she didn't like, and she backed off. She enjoyed it, like real talk. She really enjoyed it, but she just started seeing some things she didn't like, and then like she'll stay out, but she gotta have accommodations because my wife is a diva, like real talk. She'll get money, but she a diva. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like if I had that bag and I could get that expedition, oh, she'll be in that thing all night. So she kind of slacked off because it was getting excessive. A lot of people like when I go do these shows, I was booking a lot more shows now than I was then. And she like, bro, I can't keep up with you. You doing too much. And I was like, all right, babe, I'll be back.
Uh,
So I go out there, do my thing. She be watching me on Facebook. I will be drunk, not drunk, inebriated in the woods, in on live, and look, and my wife is in my live. Like, boy, go sit your ass down somewhere. And I'm like, yes, ma'am.
We all need a
That's
check. I
great
ain't gonna
though.
lie.
Straight to the cabin I go. So yeah, but she really enjoyed. She really enjoyed meeting new people. She got a Jeep, so she really enjoyed the off road aspect. And we're gonna pop it, do some things with the Jeep side. But she just kind of had to back off because it was getting a little too much. Like people was pulling at me right and left, and she was like, "All right, bro, you do your thing. I'm gonna holler at you." So, but
She's
she
gorgeous. Your wife is gorgeous.
make them tighter. No, I'm sorry.
Ain't them taters?
Like them hamburgers. No, I'm sorry. Sherry is sitting there looking like, what? You need Jesus. I'm sorry. Go ahead. So, what's the next question?
What's well, you sent me another song as well.
Oh, that's Feeling Good. So let me set up Feeling Good.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. So Feeling Good was this. That was the first one I wrote because I was feeling good. I think I talked to Kane. We was on some positive stuff. I was like, and it marinated. So I came home from work and I started listening to that beat. I was like, ain't nobody did nothing to this beat. Billy the Kid gonna do something to this beat because Billy the Kid is one of the dopest rappers out. So I sat down and I started listening to the beat and I just started singing. Like that's how my music. I'm sitting there on my thinking throne and I'm just like,
What is your thinking throne? I have to know.
You know what the thinking throne.
okay.
You know what the thing is,
Kane,
Go ahead and hear him say it.
So I used to live in Omaha, Nebraska. In Omaha, Nebraska, we would say the toilet. I grew up in New Orleans. In New Orleans, we say the turd. Okay, so on the turd. So I was like, I want to do
He's
something on
washing
this
his
beat.
hands.
I ain't never heard. I wash my hands and my phones. Why you bringing up old stuff? But anyway, so this what happened. So I was feeling good.
He just did
I think I talked to my boy Jage Marshall too. So that day I was feeling good, but a lot of bad stuff be happening. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write this song, and everything that goes wrong in my life, I'm gonna dismiss it. You know why? Because I feel good. Right. So I wrote the first verse. So I a couple of times, So after that was done, I did the hook again. Y'all completely missed the part in the ground. But anyway, so the so the second verse was, you know what? I was on TikTok. I'm like, man, a lot of jacked up crap going on in this world, but I'm feeling good. So I wrote the second verse. That's why so they had a dude come in my YouTube and was like, the song is pretty dope, but it seems like you were all over the place with the lyrics, and the first verse didn't match the second verse, and the dag nabbit made it kind of corny. And I'm like,
wow, really?
so pretty much the song is I'm feeling good no matter what's going on in my life. Old lady pissed me off. I don't pay her no mind, but I'm feeling good. The second verse, the government's corrupt and they don't try to hide it. And everybody is claiming they try to keep us divided, but I'm feeling good. So that's how the song came about. So run that thing.
Let's run that thing. What do you say?
I ain't got no more daggum snap eater.
You know, with so much in this daggone world to worry about, all I need is a fat doobie, some Tennessee moonshine.
My boy Pookie.
Outside that nabbit.
This is it. This is it.
Girl, when it's time to
Yes, yes.
woods in my side by side, it's just what I do to ease my mind. I got a pretty woman sitting by my side, smoking Louisiana pine, drinking apple pie. Cause I feel good, I feel good. Just had a long week of work, so much shit on my mind. So I roll me up a fatty, take a sip of that shine. Y'all get that, nabbit. Now I'm feeling good. Old lady staring at me with that look in her eye. That means she wanna take a ride in my side by side. Now that's my type of woman. Cause I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. I done loaded up the cooler, time to throw it on the trailer. Old lady pissed me off and got me cussing like a sailor. I don't fear no mind, y'all. Cause I'm feeling good. Now I'm drunk as Cooter Brown and I'm high as a kite. Cause I've been up all night working on this bike. This snap steer still ain't running right. But I'm feeling good. Every day I'm hustling, so call me Rick Ross. But I might not have a job, cause I cussed out my boss. He kissed my ass, cause I ain't working no overtime. Cause I'm feeling good. Got the fellers waiting on me, time to roll up the thing. But when I hop in the truck, that scam booger won't crank. Ain't this about a bitch? But I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. Just had a long week of work, so much shit on my mind. So I roll me up a fatty, take a sip of that shine. Y'all get that, nabbit. Now I'm feeling good. Old lady staring at me with that look in her eye. That means she wanna take a ride in my side by side. Now that's my type of woman. Cause I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. The government's corrupt and they don't try to hide it. And everybody is claiming they try to keep us divided. Now I think y'all wanna be divided. But I'm feeling good. They talking about one day we'll have a new world order. So they locked us all down and then they open the borders. Now what kind of sense does that make? But I'm feeling good. Price of food done gone up in the store, slim pickings. Instead of funding the war, I'd rather buy a few chickens. Make me some daggone rice and gravy, that nabbit. But I'm feeling good. When I get paid, half is going in taxes. I can't get laid, can't afford a new mattress. Hell, I baked them taters on the floor. Cause I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. Just had a long week of work, so much shit on my mind. So I roll me up a fatty, take a sip of that shine. Y'all get that, nabbit. Now I'm feeling good. Old lady staring at me with that look in her eye. That means she wanna take a ride in my side by side. Now that's my type of woman. Cause I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good when it's time to ride in the woods in my side by side. Just what I do to ease my mind.
Look at them taters. Look at them taters. Look at them
I
skin
got a
boogers.
pretty woman sitting by my side, smoking Louisiana pine, drinking apple pie. Cause I feel good, I feel good.
I gotta ask y'all a question.
I love that song. Love
I gotta
it.
ask y'all a question. Real talk.
What you
Have
got?
y'all ever in y'all life seen somebody be that corny and cool at the same damn time?
That is a hell of a combination right there. I mean,
Like real talk. Just think about it.
somewhere there's gonna be somebody that's gonna get their doctorate. Because I went to my girl's graduation when she got her master's, and I heard like the craziest stuff I've ever seen. Somebody's publishing anybody at this point, just to get something, just to stay in school a little bit longer and not meet the real world.
Yep.
And I'm telling you right now, someone's gonna do a study on you, and they're not gonna have an easy time with it.
So let me break that down for you real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff y'all didn't know. So my wife got lost. So I was pissed. She was pissed. A lot of people ain't pull up that said they was gonna pull up, which I understand because people got stuff going on. So a lot of that video, I literally text DC Visual. Shout out to DC. He do all Boosie videos and all that. I was like, bro, I think I did not give you enough content for this video. I just want to scrap it. He was like, chill out. Just let me build it and let me know what you think. He sent that to me. I was like, bruh, like no cap. The whole concept behind what I do is being natural. I ain't trying to impress nobody. I ain't trying to be somebody that I'm not. I'm Billy the Kid. It's only one. It's only one Billy the Kid. You know what I'm saying? So if you think I'm corny, that's all right. But somebody else think I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? If somebody else think I'm cool, somebody else might think I'm corny. So I just do me. And that video right there really shows the contract. I could be goofy, but I could be triple OG. But hold on. I promised my boy Kane. I said, Kane,
I saw the Walmart cowboy hat in there though.
I'm gonna make the dopest visual for this song for you. He was like, pop your shit, OG. And I ain't gonna lie, after I did the video, I was like, damn, I let Kane down. But after he built it, I was like, Kane gonna like, cause like real talk, one thing about Kaio is like, that's my dog. I'm older than him, but that's my dog. But Kane taught me to put your best foot forward because a lot of stuff Billy the Kid did was just, I did it on my phone, which was cool. That's how I built my platform. But at some point, you gotta elevate. I was doing my music on my phone. Now, one of my biggest songs, two of my biggest songs, I did on my phone. People loved it, but I think to myself, damn, what if I went to the studio and did that? You see what I'm saying? Moonshine and Mud Holes, I cannot count how many people on TikTok was tagging Ryan Upchurch in that song. And no disrespect, but I was like, who is that? You know, and this was like years ago. Then I started looking, I was like, oh, snap. You know, he a big dog. You know what I'm saying? But people was tagged, and I did that song on my phone. You know what I'm saying? So Kaio taught me, bro, you popping. You know, step your game up, you know, get a good visual, get a good sound. And that's when I really started going to the studio and laying it, you know, laying it like it should be laid.
Laying them verses down.
So one of the things that I do, so when Uncle Zuckerberg comes after me, I like to edit these videos down. I like to edit these interviews down, and I want to break your interview off, and I'm going to actually pop that out there separately. So when your music comes out, and the guys are like, "Hey, they're stealing your music," it's me. Just know it's me.
Yeah, they do it to me.
I tag you all the time. Oh no, yeah. I gotta. Yeah, Facebook and I go through wars all the time.
I'd be like, Mark, you better unmute this shit right now because they need to hear this in Zimbabwe.
Pretty much. I'm like, bro, I'm interviewing the man that made the music. Yeah. Come on now, work it out for me.
I'll be like, that's
me absolutely crazy. Then they send me a link, and I got to go in and mess with this person and that person. And it's
I'll
like,
be stealing all kind of people's stuff. Yeah, that's mine. Great.
That's my favorite.
Now we here.
When you see Spartan Productions tag you up, at least you know who it is.
It's all good, bro.
We'll get that thing rocking.
This is all fun for me. It's a hobby. It helped me with my anxiety. It helped me to relax. This right here, what I'm doing is like a highlight. So it's all good, bro.
Big shout out to you, man. Billy, big shout out, bro.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. You already know what the business is. We go back and forth. Kelly is a real life referee between me and Kaio Kane. I'm like, Kelly got a point. Just shut up and listen. Kelly got a damn point. So that's how we rock. So
see, I came in late to the mission, but I'm still hearing it. So I know this is facts.
Yeah. So you know what? Kane, it's like a balance. Kaio Kane, like, he irritates the shit out of me. I'm sorry. like real talk, Kane irritates the shit out of me, but it's like I'm the youngest in my family, so I never had a little bro. You know what I'm saying? So Kane is literally my little bro. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, I look up to the dude because I'm like, damn, what if I was doing what he doing at that age? I'd be the you know what I'm saying? So it's a balance. I get off the phone. So this how I be sometimes I have to get off the phone with Kane. I look at my wife. Like real talk, like no cap. I was like, you know what he did? But it's a balance. Like you need that relationship with people. You know what I'm saying?
It keeps us all grounded.
It really does, and it's inspiration. Like the dude, like that's why you see these dope visuals because of Kaio Kane. I'm like, I ain't about to do this on my phone because Kaio Kane gonna talk about my hair. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, that's where it's at. We've got, as I said, we got Fender Hat popping in a minute. He's actually working on getting him locked and loaded. I definitely hang out as long as you want. You're always welcome. It's been a struggle bus to get your ass on the show.
Oh God!
But,
finally,
now that we
finally got to meet him.
Hey, let me do a couple shout outs real quick.
How easy we roll. It's
all right. Go ahead. Bye. Shout out to me.
My ass be sleep. Do you see these? I'm old. But anyway, big shout out.
12 a.m. He's texting you.
Big shout out. Fender Hat, Kaio Kane, my dog, Lil Ro, Larry Dreadbone. Gonna show him some love. You know, I'm gonna show you some love, dog, because I'm gonna be on your show. But anyway, shout out to everybody who showed love and supported me in this little journey, my hobby, Reckless, you know, Big, everybody. Love y'all. I've been enjoying the ride. I'm gonna just ride the wave until I fall off that skin booger bag. But Kelly Kells, you know you my girl. We're gonna jump Kaio after the show.
Y'all gotta catch me.
Much love. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I love you too, OG.
All right, bro. Love you too, man.
Definitely, man. Thank you for
coming on. I don't know how to shut this stuff off, so y'all just got to cut me.
You just leaving us now? Just leave.
I kind of want to leave.
Hey, what is
whatever.
Hey, if I hit this red X, is it going?
It's gonna blow everything up. See it. so that's the kind of stuff that we do. I mean, we try to be professional, but we really can't because we ain't those kinds of people. We just have a good time. This is the vibe. We have a great time on here. We have an unbelievable guests. And I mean, it's cool just to get to know people and get guys like that on there and let that music roll. I've been chilling to that song for a long time. The last song that we played,
I love that song.
That's actually one of my favorite songs. It just has a hell of a groove when you're chilling. We got Liquid Death in the house. We need to get that sponsor.
We need that sponsor. Hey, Liquid, hey, holla at your boy.
I like Celsius myself.
There we go. We're big in the screen now. So yeah, I'm just waiting for Fender to hit that thing. He just messaged me back. I know he's seeing it, so he's working some magic trying to figure out how to pop in on this thing.
Hey,
and, we'll get this thing rocking.
Copy it to your web browser. Take the link, copy it, put it in your web browser. Follow the on-screen instructions, and you will be in here.
Most definitely.
Hey, Darius.
He's somebody that I haven't, like, I give y'all a little bit of a warning. The guy is the most chill dude I think I've ever talked to, but for some reason, when I get done talking to him, I'm hype. He brings a level of energy together. Speak of the devil. What's up, my man? How you doing?
How are you guys doing?
Hey, man, I can't complain.
How can you not love Fender, bro?
How you doing, Kane?
What's up, bro? Let me go ahead and do this the correct way, and let's bring you in right. So give me 1 second, and we will get this video rocking and rolling for you. I just got to find the Fender Hat Live, and here we go.
Go ahead, fix my chain one time. I whip it in the trail, bitch. I whip it. I whip it in the trail, bitch. I get it. We out here raising hell, bitch. I sip it. That whiskey out the pail, then I whip it. I whip it in the trail. I say all my windows tinted, all my Chevys lifted. My presence is a present, so you should feel so gifted. They said you narcissistic. They said who narcissistic? They say I'm narcissistic. Open wide and take this big dick. Yeah, I freeze a freezer. When I breathe, you'll catch a cold. It's really nice to meet ya. But daddy's got a roll. I said I leave you, see ya. I ain't fucking with you, hoes. You know it's pizza. Cause I'm all about my dough. Yeah, it's big bank. Hank got money in the bank. Pen gang, Lil Wayne. Back in 1988. Cause I've been about my business. Earn my strike just like Adidas. Double barrel named it Cletus. For you rappers like a fetus. Bitch, I whip it. I whip it in the trail. Bitch, I get it. We out here raising hell. Bitch, I sip it. That whiskey out the pail. Then I whip it. I whip it in the trail.
Take this cash, go blow a stack. Now I ain't penny pinching. position, sprawl out on your back, or where you out and leave your stomach glistening. All these rappers mad when I rip back. I got you two for flinching. I used to cuff you, now I cuff your bitch. Give her the digits, burning bridges.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is.
Fender Hat, what's up, bro? That's what you call the quickest edit in history, but we popped it all together and got it rocking for you, man.
Made it work. Look
Hey,
good.
that's what we do. The first time I haven't had to jump on somebody's TikTok and start stealing stuff off the screen. So I appreciate you sending me all your media. That made my life a whole lot easier and got it rocking. So, man, tell me what you got going on this year. I mean, I'm gonna get deep with you a little bit because it just seems to happen when I talk to you. But we're gonna start it out on what's on the horizon for 2024. Where you gonna be? What are you gonna do?
Man, we got so much stuff going on. You know, of course, we got the Redneck Rave, May 2nd through the 5th, Blue Holler Off-Road Park, with the first time ever Trucks Gone Wild invading the Redneck Rave. So it's going to be an epic event. It's the first time ever they've been in Kentucky and the first time ever combining with the Redneck Rave.
That's gonna be crazy, bro. I can't wait to see that. I know Chris Conson's been talking about it nonstop. I know he's heading down there. Matt Steele's been promoting the hell out of it. They're gonna have some big stuff happening. So, are they going bogger style? Are they going mega truck style? What do they got going on for this thing?
There's going to be a lot going on. Can't say much yet.
Okay,
there's going to be some real big things going on.
You know, I got to try to get that inside info.
There may or may not be a world record mega truck jump.
Oh, of course.
Are we going? We're going, right?
We'll be at Busco that weekend, and that's gonna hurt my feelings a lot because I'm literally in the middle between the two. That's the worst part about it for me.
What if we do half and half? Half and half.
It's a long distance from Busco.
Gotta go home sometime.
Got to get a private jet sooner or later, you know.
I'm telling you, we just try to get those sponsors up there. We gotta get Kaio to get some number ones.
Yeah, you ride on the back of Kaio's Raptor, you'll make it there pretty quick.
There we go. We're just like 3 deep on that sucker.
Oh man,
we'll get a sled with some like rollers on it for Kels. It's gonna be a thing.
Hey, crazy story. The first time I met Kane, I jumped on his 4-wheeler, took off riding, and had a about 60-foot piece of barbed wire wrap around the axle in the woods on the trail by myself. No light, no flashlight, nobody around. Had to use my hands and break the barbed wire 1 foot at a time off of the axle. Brought the thing back like a necklace. And Kane was like, I didn't know you was coming back. I was like, bro, I was coming back if I had to push this thing back.
I love Fender, bro.
As the community we live in, man, it's you know, people will take care of you, and I mean, you take care of people, they'll take care of you back. But the barbed wire necklace is a new one for me. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty badass. You gotta have a picture of that floating around somewhere.
Dude, I think it's in my phone somewhere on my old phone. But when he came back, I think I was on Casamigos. But like Fender, like I said, bro, how can you not love Fender? He had already set the tone. I already liked the guy. I think Fender might be like the most interesting guy that I've met since I've got into this. So when he pulled up, I was just looking at him. He was like, "Yeah, bro, I gotta tell you something." I'm like, "All right, what?" It's like, barbed wire got caught in your axle and your tank. I got it out. I'm like, "All right, is 4-wheeler straight?" Like I was already gone. I was like, "Is 4-wheeler straight?" He's like, "Oh yeah, it's fine," and it was fine. I ain't had no problems with it.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And that was awesome. What was that down there? That was in
the rec yard.
Yeah, the rec yard. That's where that was at. Their first ever event.
Yeah, that was like the event that I never even heard about until I got there for the second event. And I was like, people were talking about it. And I was like, nobody told me this thing existed. Like, Chris got up with me. We hooked in. We started doing it, promoting it, doing our thing, coming down to do the photography thing. And then I was like, all of a sudden, people start telling me, yeah, we were here in November. And I was like, what? I thought this was a grand opening. I thought nobody had ever been here before. I was a bit for a surprise for that one.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild. Kane just pulled up, and when he pulled up there, he said, "I heard about the Redneck Rave guys, and I heard about what you guys been doing, and I thought I could fit in, so I just pulled up." And we're like, "Well, welcome to the family, brother. Let's go ride."
And it was lit, bro. Like I said I've only put on a cowboy hat like 3 times in my life. I think the second time it was Fender's hat. It was Fender's cowboy hat.
Yeah, we
Oh,
had a good old
man.
time.
That's where it is. And I mean, I'll tell you a story. The first time I've ever met the man, I was doing photography out at Outback. We had Justin on stage. We had a ton of people on stage. We had 2 separate stages running where I'm just going back and forth, doing all kinds of stuff. Kind of hooked up with Justin with a camera and just started following him around and getting the antics. Have him go out in the crowd. And this dude just stole the camera straight from me and was like, "Hey, bro, let me grab a picture of you." I was like, the most awkward picture you've ever seen of me looking at the camera, like, oh. But stuff like that, man, that's the kind of guy you're dealing with when you're dealing with this man, because he's literally, I mean, he what you see is what you get when you mess with this dude.
Yeah.
I know you've been in the game for a long time, and I know before this you were a motocross guy. Tell me a little bit about how motocross kind of shaped everything and kind of moved you into the music scene. And I know we talked about so much stuff. I'm kind of go back to my memory, but give me your story. Give me that backstory of how Fender Hat became Fender Hat.
Well, so I used to always throw get-togethers and everything. We had our first riding party back in 1996, and it was called Nuts to Follow Our Ruts. And that was our big event back then. But that was four-wheelers and dirt bikes. That was before side-by-sides ever came out. So I was racing motocross back then. That's how I met all these other people with four-wheelers and dirt bikes and rock bouncers, as you would call them. And we all just clicked and traveled all over the place, went to all kinds of different riding parks and different events all over the place, and started running a lot more bigger races and running some nationals in motocross. And one drunk night in the garage, I had to replace the fender on my bike, and I'm like, what can I do with this fender instead of throwing it away? Because I always be crashing and breaking fenders. And I'm going to this big race, and I'm like, well, everybody wears costumes and shit up there. Maybe I can make a hat out of this fender. So it started with just a fender, and then the next year I added a number plate, and the year after that I added the koozies, and then the year after that I added the beer bong. But at my national races, I started getting some spotlight from the news televisions and even the venues. Like, you're a pretty cool guy. You're like the life of the party. And I'm like, it's just this Fender hat thing. At the time, I thought it was just the hat that was doing everything. And, it was really just my personality and the way I treat people that was so inviting and contagious that brought people around me. And then I went to one of Justin's riding events and walked right up to him and shook his hand, was like, what's up? My name's Fender Hat. I've been following you for a while on the internet, and I like what you've been doing. And he sat down and talked to me like I was his brother or something the first time I met him. And we just clicked, and we've been like best friends ever since.
That's a hell of a thing. I mean, guys, if you don't know, I mean, when you get out in this community, you don't know where you're gonna fit in, but you will find your place. I mean, that's the cool thing. Like, we've got G people out from Texas. We got Moab. We've got a girl that's doing a big Moab ride. She just got certified for Land Cruiser. She's doing 2 or 3 week rides, living out in the country, having a good time with 20 or 30 different women. It's called the gal rides. I mean, there's so many different things, but you'll realize the more you travel, it's kind of all the same, but totally different. The people are always going to be unique. They're going to have their own thing, but they're all willing to help you and do their thing with you. And they will invite you to crazy things. You just got to be open-minded enough to take that opportunity and run with it.
Yep.
So we were throwing music festivals back in the late 90s, and they were more towards like hippie music festivals. So we were doing our riding events and having big parties at Paxton Farms and then doing music separate. It just never went together. It's been awesome watching the bridge between the music and the riding events, over the past 15 years, 10 years or so.
Definitely, man. And I mean, I've watched you guys pop up. I mean, Justin knew how to market himself. He was the original spam king of the century. There was not a single group that I ran on Facebook that did not have a Justin bot rocking and rolling inside there, promoting whatever concert it was coming up. It didn't matter if it was related to off-road or not. One of Justin's family, like that whole group, would just pop up and you'd be like, bam, who is this guy? What is Redneck Rave? That used to drive me absolutely insane. I had no idea what it was. I just knew I was tired of blocking him. But it was like, after a while, I was like, all right, man, I got to figure out who this guy was. And then I started listening to his music, playing the game. I started seeing guys like this that he had around him, like Fender Hat. And I was like, all right, let me just let him go.
Yeah.
They aren't hurting anything. They're having a good time. And people were starting to like it and jump on this stuff. And it was like, holy crap, he's got a movement.
Yeah, he is a goat. He's the best at what he does, promoting the parties and doing just what he does. Somehow he's got this special talent on doing everything that he does. But a guy like him he's always a winner. He wins at everything he does.
Yeah.
So you just can't
man,
stop him.
He's got a tendency to pick winners around him, though. That's one of the things that's cool. I mean, you got a guy like you that just popped into the scene and was like, hey, bro, what's up? I like what you're doing. Next thing you know, he's like, hey, let's go do something together. And I mean, that's really what this is all about. You just, if you have those conversations, get to know those people. There are so many crazy business opportunities, as well as just having a hell of a good time out there that you just come across. Like, no one would ever thought Kaio and I would hook up and put this thing together and have the people that we have on here. We got a photographer and a music artist just out there having a good time, joking around, cutting it up with people, and like, bam, here we are. I mean, that's just, it still doesn't really work in my brain. I don't understand it, but I'm just gonna go for it and rock it out.
So that first rave I worked with him, I made my workmanship speak for itself.
You did?
The first rave I did with him, I didn't get no sleep. I worked 4 days nonstop, sun up, sundown. I did everything from the front gate to the mud pits to helping the EMT, everything, just all the way across the whole entire board. And he was like, I like the way you work.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's blossomed from there,
Yeah, that work ethic comes in strong. So, I mean, one of the things we were also kind of talking about on the phone, we were talking about, like, you've been long enough to see the young bloods, the guys that have been around for a while, and there's obvious differences between the people that are coming up and the people that have figured out the game. And we were talking about there's missteps, there's things that you can run into, there's walls that you can make yourself, not even realize you're in a bad situation. And a lot of guys give up before they realize that they can reinvent themselves and do their thing in the game. Kind of, can you go into a little bit of the detail of some of the stuff you've seen and your philosophy really on the whole off-road community and the music industry that's kind of wrapped itself around these kinds of events?
Oh, that's a lot.
That is a lot. I didn't say it was going to be an easy question.
There's a lot there. It was like 5 questions in one.
That was 5 in 1, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
How we roll.
I'm having a blonde moment. Stop.
I like to confuse people a little bit and keep them moving, but we can break it down a little bit slower. Like, as I said, you've been in the game for a long time. You've seen some of the good and some of the bad, but you've always been able to rise above it. What are some of the things in your philosophy that's allowed you to be always on top of it and always keep moving and never really have any friction as you move throughout the people?
You go throughout your life, having ups and downs and learning different things, and you go through tough times, and people think that those are negatives. Well, if you can teach yourself to learn something from every situation you've ever been in, you make that a positive. It's not a negative no more. So you're learning and you're adapting and you're changing. Tacos fall apart, but everybody still loves them. So,
That's a walking taco now.
That's a good one.
You can have issues throughout your life and you can have problems that you run into, but you just need to put this behind you and just keep looking in front of you. Jelly Roll said it. Who was it? Jelly Roll, I think it was, said take the rear view mirror off.
Yes, Jelly Roll.
Yeah, it was.
Don't look behind you. Keep focused in front of you. In motocross, you never worry about what's behind you. You focus on what's in front of you. The way you win a race is beating the next person in front of you, which is just another obstacle in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So you just keep working and working and working. With all the new artists, consistency is your main thing. You never know what good song you're going to put out. You could invest all your marbles into your favorite song, the best song you think you're going to have, and it just flops. And the worst song that you don't invest anything into could be your best song.
Yep.
So consistency on staying putting music out is the main thing with them people. Just you got to keep doing it. We put out 3 or 4 songs, you're like, oh man, I didn't make it. Well, you're focusing on the negative. Just make another song. Just keep going.
Yeah. And I mean, one of the things that we were kind of talking about, we were talking about how you can misstep with somebody in this industry. You can run into it. You can run yourself into a wall and not realize it. You can step on an ego. It can happen. But one of the things that you kind of pointed out to me, you were talking, you were like, hey, you can do that. You can screw up, but you could just go and focus on the next race. You can focus on the next song. You can keep building your brand. And then we were like, yeah, well, you could always reintroduce yourself later down the line. And people have a short term memory in this game. You
Yeah.
can screw the pooch and come back and reinvent yourself and prove that you're still working. You've got the work ethic and you've learned from your mistakes, and people will give you more than one chance. So that's something that I took away from you last night, and it's kind of stuck in my head. So it's something. If you can speak on that a little bit, that'd be great.
Owning your mistakes. Like I said, just learning from it. You own it, let it go, keep moving forward, keep pushing. Tomorrow's another day. Right now is called present time. It's because it's a gift. Tomorrow's not promised to you. So you need to do what you can today. Yeah, you need to look forward for tomorrow. You need to plan for tomorrow, but today is right now. That's why it's a gift. It's present time. I live by that motto, YODO, instead of YOLO. YOLO's a lie. You only live once. I say YODO. You only die once. We can live every day. So just focus on today and wait for tomorrow and hope you wake up and see it.
Definitely. And I mean, I really want we have a lot of young artists that watch this. I get way more messages from young artists that are coming up that are new to the game. And I mean, I kind of show them the business aspect of what I do in my normal business. But I mean, I don't completely understand the industry. I was kind of talking to you about that last night. I mean, I want to make sure because we have so many things that we're networked into, and I want to give these guys a possibility of saying, hey, here's a guy, let me introduce you to this guy and see where it goes. Don't miss that boat for that opportunity to go shake that hand and make a first impression. I mean,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Don't ever be upset the guy next to you may win and you may not. You just got to hope that guy brings you along. But you want everybody to be winners. I don't even know the people, and I still want them to be winners. I treat people better than they treat other people. Most people say, I treat you the way you treat me. It's opposite. I'm going to treat you better than you would treat me. It's got me up this far in life so far, so I'm just going to keep rocking with it.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. And I mean, it's definitely shows. I mean, you've got yourself, you built the network, you know so many people. I mean, it's crazy. Like I was looking, you messaged me, and I was like, oh hell, he's on my Facebook. I was like, I'll be damned. I get a message. I was like, usually it's a message request or whatever that I get from whatever guest, and I'm like, oh hell, he's been here the whole time. What am I missing out? I'm missing a boat here. So
Yeah.
I try to pay attention. I try to make sure I watch the feed because sometimes you get some gems. I unfollow the negatives. It's just me. If you got negativity in your life, it's
Get
all
rid of
good
it.
with you. I'm just not going to be around it. I'm not here for it.
Right.
I'm here to go somewhere, have a good time, bring as many people with me, excuse me,
Yes,
as I can.
I love Giant. For sure.
I'm losing my voice as we go. I spent 8 hours on the phone yesterday locking deals and getting people involved in the show for the next couple weeks. And I think I talked myself out last night.
There's some other big shows coming up too. Not
What
only
you
you got the Redneck Rave, we got the Redneck Rave Bar Takeover at Little Rio's in Greenfield, Indiana, February 10th with Larry Dale Reed, Rich Regal, Fedora Mike, and more.
Well, that sounds fun. That
So
sounds real
we
fun.
just go there and we literally do what the title says. We just take over the bar. And
For
we
sure.
have, we just have a blast. We do a little. Justin does a performance. You got Larry Dale Reed, Fedora, and Rich Regal. And then August 1st through the 3rd, you got South Fork Mud and Music with Upchurch, Adam Calhoun, and Denham Jones, and that's going to be hosted by who the fuck is Just in Time.
Yeah, that's a big one. So that's in August. I thought that was 4th of July. I think I
Well, then
misread that one.
we got the 4th of July at Silverados. That's the Soul of the South with Jesse Howard, New Breed, your boy Dirty, Upchurch, Adam
You say
Calhoun.
New Breed?
Yeah.
Jesse Howard and New Breed.
I love New Breed.
That's where we hooked up first time was a New Breed concert with Just in Time. That's I mean that's a great show. I mean, and that's one of those at the end. I don't want to give too much away, but everybody when you go to one of those shows, everybody in the end comes together, and it's probably one of the coolest closings of a show that you're gonna get.
And what was the date of that one?
That's 4th of July through the 6th.
Okay.
At Silverados.
All right.
Definitely. What was the August one again? That was South River. Is that in Florida?
South Fork.
Or is that Indiana?
What is that? Indiana.
Indiana. Sorry.
Yeah.
All this travel, I get confused.
And then there's another South Fork one too, Memorial Day. It's Mud Memorial. That's May 24th to the 26th. And that's basically the same thing with Just in Time and all those other big artists.
Cool. I mean, I know you guys don't sit still very often. You've always got something rocking.
Constantly moving, and I just follow him along and
I mean, it
ride the wave.
We got to get them to come to our parks too.
I know. We got to get them down.
You haven't come to Busco yet, have you?
We did Busco Just in Time and Big Murph a couple years ago, I think it was.
Oh, so you're due then. You're due.
And that was a crazy story. We get down there, and the owner, you know, he gives us a side-by-side, and we take off, and we go down the trail, and it's literally the first water puddle, which is what we thought it was a water puddle, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's only about 10 foot long and like
20 feet deep,
6 foot wide. So Justin goes to drive around the water hole. So he's got one tire out of the water and one tire in the water. Well, like you said, it was like 20 foot deep. Side by side tips over. Justin's got his seatbelt on. He's completely underwater. I'm in the passenger seat, falling onto him because I didn't even have my seatbelt on. And we were was literally the first trail, 5 miles an hour, first water puddle. He comes out. He's like, "Oh shit! I lost my phone." I jumped in the water puddle and came out of there like the Swamp Thing or something with one hand first out of the water holding his cell phone.
That's crazy.
Saved it out of the mud hole. So we go back and we get pulled out. We get pulled back because I didn't want to start it because I own Honda because I'm sponsored by Honda. So I don't drive any Polarises or Can-Ams or none of them. All Honda. Everything's all Honda in my garage. And so we tow it back, and Justin's like, "Hey, man, take this thing and go wash it before he sees it." So Kai comes over, drains out the belt, and drains out the muffler, and it starts. And I drive it over, and I washed it and brought it back, and he wasn't really upset. He's like, things happen. You guys are used to driving on hills and rocks, and here you are in the sand and water.
Yeah, it's a little different ballpark from the Midwest and the mountains. I mean, I'm still coming to terms with the East Carolina game. Another spot. Have you guys made it down to Fast Tracks yet?
I haven't been there yet.
That's kind of cool. It's got a stage. It's got options. They've had Trucks Gone Wild there in the past. They've got tug of war area. They got big bog pits. They're redesigning it. They've got one of the coolest mega truck spots for mega truck side-by-side racing in the South. You got trails. I mean, it's kind of an all-inclusive, great opportunity to get out there and rock. And I think with the right music, because we're real good with those guys, with the right music, that place could take off and explode again and be back on top of the world. So something to get in your ear with and let you do your thing on it.
You never know what the future holds.
Exactly.
You know, all it takes is a message or a phone call.
Yeah, I mean, conversations like this
things
start all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah. So we got a lot of stuff going on. We'll be busy all year long.
Hey, stroke at? What two-stroke Tommy?
Well, he was on there.
Two-stroke still in here. Two-stroke.
Yeah, he was down there. I seen him put a message up earlier.
Okay.
Well, 2 straight time. We were building fences today, so who knows what he's doing right now. It's starting at 9:30. He could already be in bed.
It'll happen.
We're out there digging holes, doing the blue collar stuff. So I work every day. It doesn't matter what I do. I can't sit still. So if I'm not doing something work wise or taking care of rental properties, I'm hitting the road and we're hitting a mud park or doing something, racing on the track it's something. You just never know what it's going to be.
Yeah, that's where it's at. I mean, I'm not a stagnant guy. I work sun up to sundown. I bust my ass. I'm as blue collar as they come. And then on the weekends, it's grab the cameras and let's go have an adventure. And it's wherever I end up and whatever my schedule says already set up or wherever I go. You just join the party and it's cool to grab everybody and freeze them for that 1 second. And then when we post it out there the next weekend or during the next week, they're just like, yeah, oh my God, I remember that.
Yeah.
And it's a cool experience, man. I love it.
Yeah,
So,
Kaio got to know Justin pretty well at the last event we seen him at that concert. I went to bed and woke up ready to start heading home at like 10 o'clock the next day, and Justin and him was still sitting underneath the pavilion just bullshitting away.
I had no idea. It went by.
You don't go to bed till 10 o'clock in the morning.
No, but it's like
Getting naps.
bro, that was like a 10-hour stint, and I had no idea. Like, felt like I was in the Twilight Zone for a second. I'm like, what is daytime? It's what time?
Last thing he remembered, he was getting hired out on the stage, and he went up and did a song, and then it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
We've had a few of those nights. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have as many of those as I used to. Usually I tap out. The artist is ready to go. He's gonna go to bed. I'm like, all right, see y'all. I'm going back to the camper. I'm out for the night.
It was a 5-gallon jug of moonshine. It was, bro.
Yeah, they had a water dispenser full of moonshine.
Oh,
not gonna lie.
Yeah, they drove from like Wisconsin or something for that event too.
That was the most I had ever drank in my life. So Justin got that record with me. I've never drank that much in my life.
I don't know. You were doing that beer bong one night with moonshine in it. That was bad.
That was a beer bomb, bro. That's baby stuff.
But you just kept doing it over and over and over.
It was 5.
You and Chris Dunning.
We was sipping on, bro.
No, we not sip that one night.
Yeah, so I tend to have that effect on people since the Fender Hat has a racing beer bong on it.
Yeah, it does actually. Because, I have partaken in the racing bong beer bong myself, and I can tell you that it is a thing. And in the middle of a crowd while somebody else is performing, and I should be taking pictures, I am suddenly doing one knee and hammering a beer bong. And like with him, it's no problem because he's 20 feet tall. So he's just putting it up there, and I'm like, hey man, I need a step ladder. Bring it down. Bring it down here.
Yeah, and then the shot ski makes its way out.
Yeah. Oh God. And then y'all are up in the next morning. I'm struggling like hell to get out, get rocking. I got something to shoot in the morning, and all of a sudden I see you guys, and you guys are all excited and jumping around, and I'm like, "You're alive?"
Hey,
I
we're
went
just
to
out
bed,
here
and y'all were still going.
traveling the world, making alcoholics great again.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was crazy, bro. That was definitely a good time. It was at Burning Rock. That was definitely Burning Rock. Yep. I mean, like you said, bro, like for any of the artists that might be watching, like you said, man, because like I jumped into it and I was honestly just looking for something different than the mainstream industry. And I just been wanting to ride dirt bikes my whole life and stuff. So then I had it going. I just wanted to meet good people. Fender Hat was one of those good people. Justin, Two Stroke. You got to just jump out there, man. Like, live in the moment, enjoy the journey, and just jump out there, man, and put your best foot forward. And that's really how I've been all over the place. That's how I've been getting booked everywhere, just showing up and being myself.
Walk up, shake a hand. I mean, we all got something in common. We're born on the same rock, and we all get buried in the same dirt.
Exactly.
I mean, we have something in common. So you go up, walk up to somebody, find some other things you guys have in common. Before I ever got a side by side, when I would take my dirt bike to the riding parks, I was done at dark. And I would just walk up and talk to somebody like, hey, let me get in your truck. Let's go ride. Let's go see what this place is like. And it took me all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm
So
about
it's
to go.
just that interaction.
Think about how many people you've met though since you've been in the riding world. Honestly,
Too many.
like how many good people that you've met.
We don't make friends. We only make family.
Right.
Everywhere we go, that's
Right.
what we say. So it doesn't matter who you are, what you have, what you look like, what your
Exactly.
background is, how you talk, how much money you have. We're all still just brothers and sisters. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where
Exactly.
it's
if you got a good attitude and you treat people well, you fit right in. You don't never have a problem.
at. Yeah.
You know, you don't go anywhere and have any kind of problems.
Yeah. I mean, if you just do you and don't worry about the consequences, there won't be any consequences. That's the thing. Like, don't go in there expecting trouble, and there won't be any trouble as you find it, because you'll have a great experience, and it's all about accepting every culture that you go to. Like, that's one of the things I do like about Busco is it's so many cultures and so many bubbles, and I'm really lucky because I got a camera, so I'm like I got the perfect excuse in my hand to go meet these people and do these things, and I'm rolling around, and we're rocking around with the Mexicans. We're doing our thing. The Hispanics they show crazy love. And man, those buggies are absolutely beautiful. Then we roll over to the Asians. They're doing their thing. We get with the black guys. They rock out. They have fun. And then you got like the crazy country black guys. They come up and they're late to the party because they are literally covered in mud there. Those boys are riding dirt bikes and four-wheelers, racing quads, and they are just beating the hell out of those things. They come up, and they're like, and I think I'm country sometimes, and I'm like, bro, I got nothing on you.
And then you got the white trash guy that rolls up in a bathtub with a CBR motor on the back of it or something. Like, hey man, can I party with y'all?
Hell yeah, bring the bathtub.
Yeah.
We got some bathtub gin
The
going.
riding mower. The riding mower.
The riding mower. You cannot forget the
Or
riding mower.
that's a riding mower.
There's
Up
only
here we
one.
got there's a whole gang of riding lawnmower guys that soup them all up and they go rock crawling and mud crawling in their little lawnmowers. It's pretty cool.
One of the funniest things, the first time I went to Busco, I'm sitting there at camp, I'm talking to everybody, and all of a sudden I see a four-wheeler go by with a jet ski sitting sideways on the back of it. I said, where the hell are you going? And he was like, I'm going to the 50-50 hole. I said, what the hell is the 50-50 hole? So I'd blown my Razor up that day, 100%, blown it up. It was done. It wasn't going anywhere. Dude was like, take the keys, go. You've got to film this. No one's ever taken a jet ski to the 50-50 hole. So I'm cruising. I'm on a Honda. I got my damn hands, my feet are over there trying to get the cameras up. I'm riding through the mud trying to get it up there. I'm sitting there trying to walk it in some parts with my cameras still in my hands while I'm trying to walk this four-wheeler. I get through, and all of a sudden, here's this dude with a Honda with a big giant snorkel on it. The Honda is completely buried in the mud. All I can see is a snorkel running through the water. And here comes a jet ski doing circles around him while he's going through the 50-50 hole.
Sounds like Logan.
It was insane. It was hilarious.
Logan on the Honda.
They were all about those pictures. When I posted those pictures, they were like, "We need those pictures."
Yeah.
They got it. Somebody got a giant metal etching of that. Another one got a giant, a huge framed picture. They ordered it off the website. So in somebody's living room somewhere, there is a Honda and a jet ski in a mud hole doing circles around a snorkel. And I that's the problem. You got to tag me in these pictures when they come out because I forget about this stuff until somebody mentions something.
We need to see that. You got to show that.
Yeah,
if you're watching,
that's something to see.
When we went to Busco, it's pretty wild pulling in the front of the place, and you see that big lake right there, and there's a easy up pop-up tent out in the middle of it. And you're like, oh man, somebody's tent flew all the way out there in the middle of that lake or that pond. And then you see a four-wheeler with a snorkel go across there, and they stop, and they all just hang out underneath their easy up in the middle of the lake. It's like, this is life right here.
Yo,
Exactly.
Big shout out to Busco. Busco got me litty pretty quick. Big shout out to Busco.
My favorite thing that I did at Busco this year was we started doing the river trips on the rafts and floating the river. That is so fun. If you have not done that at Busco, you need to do that and get out at the bar.
I still haven't done that. That's one I haven't done.
He has so much fun doing that, KO. It is a blast.
I got to do that as well. I haven't made
There
it
was-
up yet.
We do it with Kevin and Melissa, and there was like, I think 40 of us hooked together, and we laughed and laughed. It was a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. There's just so many little niches that I'm like, I hear about it later, and I'm like, man, I didn't even know that was going on. And that happens at every park. That's the crazy thing.
And Kevin tried to stop the trailer barefooted with his toes. Oh my God. They were gushing blood. He's like, oops.
Yeah, we met all the dirty stripper chemicals guys at Busco.
Yep, Rob Tigman.
Yeah, Rob and Jen, management.
Jen, yep, that's management. They
Management.
They actually do a lot of stuff for the off-road community. No
Yeah.
lie. They I know Rob's traveled with me when if he hears about something, Rob's gonna go. Like that's the thing about Rob. Like we were going down to Indian Mountain and he was like, Razor backflip? What is this? And I was like, yeah, I'm going down there in 2 days. He was like, when are you leaving? I tell him, here comes a big trailer with his giant souped up thing. And I look at him and I go, did you change your tires? Nah, I didn't change my tires. I said, oh my, these trails are ruthless. And,
He's here right now.
Yeah, he's here. He's always floating. Rob's always floating around. It's way past Rob's bedtime. I'm actually impressed right now.
You love Busco. See it right there?
Ask Rob. It's past your bedtime, bro.
No, he's been up in the chat.
If you ever get a chance to be in Kentucky and ride Blue Holler Off-Road Park, though, that's my #1 park.
I have not been up there yet. I got to get up there.
Yep, I gotta go there.
That place has so many trails and it's got so much to offer there. Hill climbs, mud holes, creek crawls, caves that you can drive through.
Yeah.
I'm in bed.
At the Redneck Rave, we do a rave in the cave there.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I'm actually curious to see that. I want to see how you do that.
We truck everything back through the woods, all the sound, lights, everything goes down the mountain and back into the cave.
Yeah,
awesome.
I gotta make some time to get out there with you, Fender. I've just been pulled everywhere, but I've been to Rush, Kentucky, but I haven't been to Blue Holler. So I definitely, there's some spots in Kentucky I definitely want to hit. I think I skipped over when I went to Ohio.
Yeah, Rush would be my #2 park.
I'm a Blue Holler. It is Cheyenne.
Yeah, Blue Holler. Shout out to Kevin down there, man. He really puts on has a good venue there. Puts on a good show anytime you're there. It doesn't matter if there's an event going on or not. You go there on a weekend and ride, you'll always find somebody there. Break down on the trail, they'll pull you back to camp. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do this. I gotta check this place out. I've been meaning to for a long time, and I think my time has come.
I'm gonna go too.
Sure.
Yeah, they have a side-by-side wall there where we do a high jump, long jump. Like a 1K, the rock bouncer heaven there. Like if you want some real big hills to go up and try to climb,
oh yeah,
Blue Holler's the place to go.
And I'm telling you right now, the rock bouncer's a whole different group of
I want to
animals.
do that so bad. That's on my summer bucket list, guys.
Those are I can take you. We'll run down. I know I'm going for sure. I'll be down in October. I'll go down to the Coliseum.
Sign me up.
It is crazy. You gotta, I mean, you're a damn mountain goat. Like where I go, I'm literally like stuck on a little piece of rock like this with a 100-foot drop off, and I'm trying to like get my knees so I can square up, so I can keep my knees, so I can get the video and the pictures.
Yeah.
A lot of times you'll find rope. Somebody will have a rope, and you just start climbing a rope to get to where you're gonna go because someone was there before you, and they were like, "This is the spot we take pictures from," and you're like, "It looks perfect. I got to make it up there." And then you start climbing, and you realize how tall it is, and you're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, they have a lookout there where you can drive up, but you got to hike up like the last little part of it. And I mean, you could. It seems like you could see 20 miles, 30 miles on the top of this lookout.
It sounds so pretty.
I mean, their whole crew down there. You know, shout out to all of them down there that help out, and clean up, and everything. They all are fantastic people. Their hospitality is out of this world. You know, they're all great people.
Definitely. We got Steven Chapel. Sorry, man. I'm never going to get your name right, bro.
Mr.
Steven Chapel.
Chapel.
He is the owner, the starter, the founder, the man with the plan. That's King of the Deep. He's traveling all over the Southeast this year. I've hooked up with him multiple times. We've had some awesome pictures. He's good people. Definitely something that you guys should actually hook up and see what you can put together, because they bring a hell of a crowd. When they show up, I mean, their races are bringing people from all over the country. And I mean, it's kind of cool because the bounty holes that they do, they figured out how to make it where they have turns. So it keeps the guys that plane that go super fast. It keeps them honest, and everybody's got a chance to win. And there's always money on the table. So make sure if you get a chance, get with Steven and King of the Deep. I know you messed around with Dirty Stripper. They're one of their giant sponsors, and I mean they've got it figured out. I'm not even gonna lie. We stole a lot of information from the way they did their lives. I did a lot of studying because Steven and Katie and Rob have figured out how to do this, and a big shout out to them. That's one of the reasons we are able to do what we do.
Yeah, them King of the Deep guys, they put on a good show and they have a pretty good follow. Like you said, it's nice that they can have a little bit of everything there for everyone. They'll have kids running on their little four-wheelers to a 70-year-old man running through there in a side-by-side.
Yep.
Yes. If we don't keep the kids in this sport,
Yep.
it'll die off with all of us. So we have to keep letting them be in it and let it grow that way too.
Yeah, that next generation is very, very important.
Race guys. Hey man, some of y'all artists just got to pull up too, man. Just because y'all not on the stage don't mean you can't just pull up to the spot. Because Kane pull up to the spot just for the party. Like that's what I like to do.
Yeah, anywhere we go is going to be lit. You put a megaphone in my hand, I'm ready to hype it up. We're ready to go. It don't matter where we're at. I mean, it could be at Texas Roadhouse. It don't matter.
That is 100% true.
I believe it 100%. I totally believe it. And just understand, they're ready to go the next day. You don't get a day off the next day. If there's an event and it's a 2-day event, you better pace yourself the first night, because they're not tapping out the next day. They're going to come just as strong, if not stronger, and they're going to finish the show. So
it's not a sprint; it's a marathon.
It is. It's a definitely an experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, you got Jaeger Dan down there.
That's him, Daniel Howell. That's Jaeger Dan.
Jaeger Dan in the house down there.
Bro, I never knew your real name, bro. That's why I didn't know that was you.
Yeah, you've been floating around here and there.
That's the one and only. I can't believe we said his name and he ain't popping up in my basement with a Jaeger bomb. That's the way he is, man. You yell his name, he comes running. He's got cold ones for you at all times.
One of the cool things about this show is I can bring anybody on stage anytime. So let me find you real quick.
Bring him on there.
Mr. Daniel. And let's see if I'm going to offer you the opportunity. You don't got to, but if you want to, you're welcome to come on and have some fun with us. If I can spell your name, my bad.
Kelly. Yeah, we got the CBDs all the time. We don't have to worry about that.
That you? I can't tell. These pictures are so small. There you are. I got you.
Daniel Howe.
All right, there you go. Let me give you an intro pop, and I will see if I can get you invited onto the show.
Yeah, he's another character with the Redneck Rave too. So
Steven Chapel has a live tomorrow night too, right?
Yes, he does. Steven, remind us so we know.
Steven Chapel has a live tomorrow to go over his new schedule.
Okay. Definitely.
I think it's 8 p.m., isn't it?
I don't want to tell a lie, but usually Wednesdays at 8 p.m. That's what they do. We made sure that we weren't running the same days because we didn't want to take away from people that were already doing their thing. So I believe 8 o'clock. I think Sherry's correct. King of the Deep will go live. They have all kinds of funny stories in their lives, and their comment section is always lit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Daniel, you saw it. He saw the link, so we'll see if he pops up here. Sorry, Kaio. I don't mean to keep talking over you.
No, you're good. I was just telling Cheyenne she need to fix her typing, bro. She keep putting.
Yes, Steven Chapel said yes, it is tomorrow.
All right, so rules, drags, and kids will be released. The little kids, the little mud kids, that was why they ended their season last year. We got all kinds of pictures, and I'm telling you right now that those kids don't play.
No.
They may be tiny, and they get up in age as they go, but they know the throttle and they know
Hey,
how to play with
full
that thing.
send.
They
Full
did
send
good
all the
last
time.
year. Those kids did real well. That was really fun too.
Well, with me and motocross is the craziest thing because I'll be out there on the track and a 14, 15-year-old kid will just go and blow my doors off. So we'll be running at the same time with some of the kids, not, the younger ones in the little bikes, but if they advance and get onto the big bike and run in the big class, they'll be out there on the track with you at the same time.
So welcome to the stage, Jaeger Dan, man. Welcome to the show. We do a little crazy out here, but this thing's kind of rocking and rolling.
How y'all doing?
Hey, man, can't complain.
How are you?
Pretty good. Doing good.
You got them Jaeger bombs?
Where's the Jaeger bombs? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Is it green?
Yeah, they come green. They have like a little thing in there. You pour the Jaeger in the center and Red Bull on the outside.
Yeah, they're good. We used to call those car bombs.
Car bombs. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have some Red Bull to add to the mix.
Yeah.
That keeps you going. Keeps you going into the night.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only reason I take them most of the time because it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and I need some of that Red Bull to keep on going.
Right.
Pretty much. I mean, that's how she works. I think Steven's going to jump on as well. Steven Chappell, King of the Deep. He's going to pop on here in a second. I just sent him.
Where'd Rob go? Rob go to bed?
I'm sure Rob went to bed. Rob was in bed when he was talking to us because
I know.
Rob will be up at about
probably in his Speedo.
Probably.
So you start getting us all in here. If you get us in here, it just becomes a party. It's just what happens all the time.
That is actually the whole concept of this show. Is we just bring them in and we let it go because I mean this is the fun part of the game.
Let it ride, man. Just let it ride.
I do need to get a new chair though because I keep shrinking.
You got any new music coming out, Kane?
Oh yeah, I'm about to light up this year. I was building this platform right here, but the music's already done and recorded. I'm about to light it up.
One day I'll give you a Fender feature.
Yeah, I need that Fender feature, man, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I want to hear it. I get first dibs on a lot of stuff. I get to hear stuff that nobody else gets to hear right away. So
Yeah.
I get to hear all kinds of artists that I'm like, oh, okay. And then I start screwing with people because I get to hear it and they can't.
That's one of the worst things I think with Justin, and Jaeger can vouch for this, is that he'll send us one of his tracks that he just gets done and just gets done recording, and we have to listen to it for the next 2 years before he releases it and can't share it with anyone.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you don't know how bad we're waiting for this song to come out.
It won't be.
There's Gramps.
No, Mr. Chappell.
There's the infamous man himself.
I can hear y'all a little bit. It's kind of faint, but hey, I'll try to get my ears adjusted.
Okay, we'll just turn them up. Turn up that miracle here. We'll get this thing working.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Got to get that mud out of them ears.
Hey, it looks like an old ragtag crew in here tonight. What you got going on over there, Fender?
Same old stuff, different day. Just living life.
Living the dream is what I call it.
living it full force. That's for sure.
Hey, man, we need to get out here and get some red Solo cups, and I'll take Jaeger bombs.
Oh God, it's gonna get interesting.
Oh yeah,
I gotta make
it's
it.
Always
one of these
interesting.
times.
So Justin just released now. You can buy Redneck Rave merch now. If you go to validgg.com, you can get Valid merch and Redneck Rave merch.
Oh wow! Oh.
I have to check that out. I actually don't have any merch from you guys. I get so many random things that are handed to me and shipped to me. It's insane. Like I try to wear my own brand, but I swear it's one of those things where it's just like, hey, here's a shirt, here's a hat, here's this, here's that. I'm like, all right, man, you give it to me. I won't take an ugly picture with it, and y'all gonna have that. You can do whatever you want. Most of the time, they don't even. They just try to ignore it and pretend I didn't wear it. But it works out. I still get nice things to wear.
It's all about that product placement. So with Dirty Stripper Chemicals is some of my favorite merch because the name is just so catchy.
It is. I mean, he swung for the fences and landed one way outside the park with that stuff. Those colors, everything just came together perfect for him.
He's a merchandise brand that hides as a chemical business is what he does.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I
Right.
think he sells more hats than he does chemicals, if you ask me. But
Dude sells a shit ton of merch everywhere we go. I know that.
But if you're gonna have a mud
Everybody
bog
likes a dirty
racing
stripper,
name,
though.
if you're
Oh
gonna
Oh
have a
man,
yeah.
mud bog racing name, King of the Deep is a pretty good one too.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
We
don't
try, we try.
The
My
name stands for it when you go to his events. You're gonna get that deep hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys, we go way back, like I said. So I'll tell a quick story. Just we got time. So look, we're out at Busco Beach, and my friend John Foster has booked Justin, and of course his wingman extraordinaire, hype guy extraordinaire, shows up with him, Fender, and I had no idea what we were getting into. I had known Justin a little bit because he's from Eastern North Carolina. He was from New Bern, did a little bit of time down here in New Bern, but I showed up with Fender, and I was like, Fender, WTF is Fender? He was like, oh, you'll see, buddy. You will see. And by God, I saw more than I wanted to see. And by the end of the night, I couldn't see anything anymore. So I knew right there that I had hung out with Fender. I was like, well, every time from then on out, it is like 100% guaranteed when I knew he's coming, there's going to be a good time. So, man, what a good time we've always had, bud.
All
Somehow
right,
it
I'm
turns
coming,
out to be
Fender.
a
I'm
bender.
coming.
What's
that's
that?
Somehow it always turns out to being a bender.
Fender bender.
Yeah, that was my experience. Whew,
Hey,
the
well,
next day, when I
well,
first shot you guys, the first night we do our thing, we're shooting, and the next morning, it was the first time I'd ever shot with Steven. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna get out there. I get out there, and I'm like, whoo, okay. So I got my vest on. I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna try to stay downwind from everybody. I'm not gonna breathe on anybody. And we rocked it out, and here they just kept leaping in, jumping around, joking around. And I'm like, you guys are alive? Like, I left you at like 3 a.m, and I had to go to bed, and they were up ready to rock and roll. It was like 9 o'clock. They were out there already setting in the pre-setup. Then they stayed in the sun, no issue at all. I said, those are some country people right there.
for
Now
sure.
hey, man,
you don't
we got
even
to get
have
it in
to
no
too.
matter where we go. Like Justin and Fender and those guys know, the show must go on. It doesn't matter what it is, the show must go on. So,
Oh yeah. Oh, we had a ball. We had a ball that day. That ball turned into a whole nother concert that night. We just kept going and kept shooting. I think I was somewhere like 13,000 pictures by the time it was over with, and it
Wow.
took me like 3 weeks to get through all the edits to try to figure out what was good and what was my shoe. But it was a good time.
hey, you have a good time when you get home and you got like 13, 14,000 pictures to go through. You had a good time. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely where it's at. So again, we're if you guys are just joining us, we are. This is the live show that we do with Kaio Kane and myself, David Hayes with Spartan Productions. Our new co-host Sherry is in here. We've got King of the Deep, main man himself, Stephen Chappell. We've got Dan Yeager. We've got Fender Hat rocking and rolling with the Just in Time crew, and we're just cutting it up and having a good time. Make sure you guys hit the share button. Keep this thing rolling. If you guys have any questions, throw it in the comments. You'll notice that there's all kinds of stuff that's usually going in the comments. There's side sections and sidebars, and jokes are flying. I think Billy's talking about how he wants to get back in once the chicken wings are done. So we're going to go for a little while longer. We'll enjoy ourselves. We've kind of exited out of the whole after hours program because it's just not really what we're rocking with these days. But we definitely, anytime we get a chance to get these guys on stage, we want to take a chance to talk to these people and learn what we can out of the game.
Yeah, like Steven said, the show must always go on. One of the crazy stories of how we met Chris Conson and JJ Valley with Snow Money Mafia at that event.
Yeah.
The stage pulled out an hour before the concert because the rain was supposed to come. And we seen Chris Conson, he had his speakers on there, and we said the show must go on. So we pulled
Yep.
that buggy over there. We pulled the ambulance up next to it, put the drummer on the ambulance, and we had a concert right there off of Chris Conson's buggy. In the pouring rain, everybody stayed there, partied, had a good time. Rehab still even came out there and performed in the rain. A full band, guitars, everything, drummer on top of the ambulance in the pouring rain. So the show must always go on is a real thing.
That's a music video scene right there.
Yeah, that's why you pay for the extra cameras, the nice cameras, so you make sure you don't miss a speck of that.
Yeah.
That
That's
becomes
how we
infamous.
met Chris Conson.
Chris Conson, big shout out to my guy, man. Big
Yeah, shout out.
That's right. Chris Conson's the man for sure.
Yeah,
It don't
we'll
matter where you're at or what mud park you're at. That name will always come up. Chris Conson. He's a real good guy, and his name it travels with him.
It does.
Yeah, man.
It does.
Yeah, Chris Constant and I, and some of those guys, we'll be doing the Trucks Gone Wild event in Fayetteville together with Chris and the guys from the Rec Yard. So, check that out. Support Chris and us. And then, of course, Chris is a big part of the Rec Yard. So he'll be there with our King of the Deep later on in the year. In September, we'll be doing a King of the Deep. So, yeah, man, Chris Constant is the guy. We've met so many cool people doing what we do, like Fender, like Kaio, like Sherry, like Dave. I haven't met you yet, Jaeger Dan, but when we do get a chance, I'd love to knock some back with you, man. It's what we love to do.
He's still drinking them Jaeger bombs there.
Hey, staying true to his character, dog. He's not out of character.
Right.
I know he's probably got 10 of them lined up there with his product placement. All the way across his bottom, his whole screen is all Jaegers, just waiting so he don't have to pour another one.
He's supposed to have
That's
for
only at the concerts.
He definitely came prepared tonight.
Yeah, at the
I like a man who's prepared. I like it.
At the concerts, it's funny because Jaeger Dan will be behind the stage and he'll set up his own little sections for just Jaeger bombs.
That sounds fun.
He'll have 200 cups laid across the table, just pouring them as fast as he can for all the artists and everybody that comes up, or somebody yells his name out of the crowd. He goes running out there with a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah.
Hey, that's essential staff is what I call that.
Yeah.
Yeah, essential staff for real.
That's what I
Essential.
do.
Yeah, we definitely we all got to hook up. We all got to get together and have some fun this year. I mean, we everybody. That's the crazy thing. We all go in so many different directions all year long, and when we get a chance to actually catch back up, it's like, hey, let's do this thing, and the excitement shows all the way through. And I got to get back with you guys. I'm gonna make it to one redneck party at least one time this year. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Steven, are you going with us? Are you coming down on the 4th of July to Fast Tracks with us?
No, I think we've got something planned 4th of July up in West Virginia. Rob and I, we don't really get up there much, but that's kind of Rob's stomping grounds, and he's already booked me a cabin and everything up there in West Virginia for that July 4th weekend. So I know that's where we're going to be.
Okay. Well, definitely. I just wanted to make sure I threw out to find out because I'm going to be talking to Leroy this week, trying to set up what we're going to do. I think it's time to try to bring some music artists in and tear that place down and have a hell of a weekend. I think I might bring in some fireworks this year and go big because we're going to change our location where we do our 4th of July party. And I think we're going to put our 4th of July party down there because South Carolina is a little more lenient on my form of fireworks. And it's time to let the whole vendorship shine in the firework game that I play with.
Well, that's awesome, man. We love Leroy, we love Fast Tracks and all their staff and everybody they have down there. I'm not to switch gears, but I'm excited about Fender. You probably know this, the Kings Mountain event or whatever that Kingery and DJ Meena and Justin. I saw those guys advertising that a little bit later on this year, but they are coming to this area, David. We need to go check out that concert when they're coming to that area. They're coming to North Carolina later this year.
Definitely. I want to check that out. Is that with the Rush Cartel guys?
I'd have to look it up, man. But yeah, I was asking Mark about it, DJ Meanin about it, and he was like, "Man, we're coming to Kings Mountain," and I'll have to look that up. But I know Fender might know a little bit about it.
Are we talking about Kings Mountain, North Carolina?
You got it, brother. That's it, man. It's one of those areas out there, a little bit in the western part of the state. But I know that they're having a show here in North Carolina with Justin and a lot of other guys. Got a hell of a lineup coming to North Carolina. I know DJ Mean it, and he's involved with it. I wanted to say it's a whole bunch of other people. I want to say it's Adam Calhoun. I'm not sure. I'm not going to throw a whole bunch of names on it, but we'll have to check that out. But yeah, just you brought that up, and that's going to be close to home, and I'd love to get out there and support those guys that are going to be here in the Carolinas.
Well, definitely, yeah. Well, we'll get together on it for sure. I mean, if it is Kings Mountain, which it'll boggle my mind if it is, but that's where I live. So
I mean, the lineup's intense. Every one of these shows, people are coming big this year. These venues and promoters and everybody. It seems like everybody's stepping up a little bit this year.
Well, I think the genre of music is getting a lot more respect than it had in the
It
past
is.
too. So I'm glad to see that for a lot of you guys that are in that genre of music, and it's just been kind of Jelly Roll and a lot of those guys that have really gotten big have given the spotlight to a lot of other people, and I think that's helped. So it gives a lot of respect to the genre of music you guys are in.
yeah, I
Yes.
mean, technically, that was the first show I had ever shot as a concert. Was 2 years ago at Outback for Jelly Roll. I mean, I'd never really shot that before, and it was just one of those opportunities that popped up, and we got to do our thing. And at that point, I kind of got the itch, and it was after that, it was Struggle Jennings, and it was all over the place. And I'm just shooting for all these shows, and I'm like, this is fun, man. Get to
It
be
was a
part of the
crazy
party.
weekend, man. That was a crazy weekend. We sold out Outback. I remember we kept right on trying to figure out what the safe limit to have in there was, and we pre-sold tickets, and then we cut off pre-sales, and then we pre-sold
Yeah.
tickets again, and then we said you couldn't get in without a pre-sale ticket or somebody with tickets. But yeah, I mean, I'd say that weekend was probably one of the best we've had.
It was cool. We got to show up. We had a buddy that brought his flatbed, and we got the semi in. We got all our razors delivered. All I had to do was show up. Hey, girl. All I had to do was show up and just get my razor off a flatbed, off a semi, and just start tearing it up. And that was the first time I ever actually took my razor out after we built it. So I was giving her the beans the whole weekend. It was fun.
Give her the beans.
The beans. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Justin did to John Foster side by side. He gave her the beans at Busco, ended up flipping it over. You remember that, Fender?
I told him that story.
We had that story earlier tonight.
Oh, I'm here to reinforce that story, and that was the first time I remember Justin wearing white shoes to the park, and I'm like,
White shoes to
dude, what are you wearing white shoes? He's like, I'm only going to wear them once. It doesn't matter.
That's funny.
We had to go into the office and get more clothes because we just got totally soaked in that mud hole.
Y'all were not ready, that's for sure. Y'all were not ready. But I tell you what, man, that was a good weekend right there. That kind of laid the groundwork for a good time. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys again.
And we made it back there to the barn and everything. We ventured around the venue. It's a really nice park.
Yeah, it's a fun place. It's kind of with a lot of guys call that place home. So it's
home.
It's definitely a fun place to rock. So Steven, you got your next event. It's coming up like really, really quick. I think you're in Georgia. Isn't that your first event?
I have got the first series event is the one in Georgia. That's right. And then the first event that we're going to do in 2024 is the snorkel race at Deep Creek. So, the first local event that we're going to do kicking off is March 16th. That's going to be the OG snorkel race at Deep Creek. And if you've ever been to Deep Creek and to one of those snorkel races, especially, then, we all just get around back there in the back over the deep pond, the deep area back there. And basically we just get together and have a good time. ATVs are in one class, side-by-sides are in another class, and, who can go the deepest, the fastest. And it's just old school, really. It's the way we kind of all started with the racing. Just run what you brung, ATV side-by-side classes, and we're going deep. I mean, I think right now we've got to put buoys out to show everybody where to go. So it should be probably about 5 feet deep out there. And I mean, I just love the way that the old school OG snorkel races go, because everybody can participate in that. The old school Hondas show up and talk junk against all the new Can-Am type builds. So yeah, that's our first one of the year. So we'll see everybody at Deep Creek first, and then the very next weekend the series kicks off down there at Iron Mountain, which is just an unbelievable park. If you have never been to Iron Mountain, you're talking about 4,300 acres of scenic Georgia riding, mountains and rocks, a little bit of everything, mud included. So definitely that's going to be one heck of a way for us to kick off 2024. We're looking at over $7,000 in payouts that weekend for the kids and the the bounty racing. Also got drag racing that weekend. That's going to be an unbelievably cool weekend because they're doing a Sasquatch weekend. So they've got a guy that literally dresses up
Are we
as
talking about
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch?
Yeah, man, he has been paid by the Discovery Channel. This guy has to do research on Sasquatch all over the United States, and he's got a suit that he has somebody dress up, and he kind of talks for the person in the suit to kind of talk about all the history of the Sasquatch. But anyway, that's the same weekend, so it's going to be a cool weekend to come. We've got a Sasquatch hunt, so we're going to put the guy in the suit in the woods, and you got to find him. So we got all kinds of cool stuff playing that weekend. Check out that event if you want some more details. We'll love to see you.
So funny story. When I lived in Nashville, I got lucky enough. I was meeting Bob Babiglia, a comedian that was out there, and we just ended up meeting each other somewhere at a bar, and we were talking, and he had a show, so I went and checked out his show. And one of his bits that he would always talk about, he was like, my dad was a wrestling coach, and he would, you got to work nonstop. You got to be the best. He's just gonna push him and push him and push him, and people would be like, how bad is it to live with a dad that's a wrestling coach? And he was like, it doesn't compare. Imagine if your dad was like one of these guys that goes out there and is obsessed and searching for Bigfoot all the time. You think I had it bad? This man's like covering himself in feces, running through the woods, screaming like an animal, trying to find Bigfoot. So, I mean, the Bigfoot thing is hilarious in off-road. It's been around for a huge, long period of time. They got another Bigfoot guy down there. We call him Santa Squatch. He's kind of the unofficial mascot of the show. He's down in Alabama. When you guys go down to Bama at some point, you guys are gonna meet up with him. He's a character. He'll have a moonshine in one hand and a Santa hat on the other. And the guy's hilarious. He's been on multiple times. But make sure you watch out for Santa Squatch.
Hey, if anybody wants to sponsor Fender with one of them rigs to run in that King of the Deep, Fender or Sender, I'll do it. Hey, I'll run anything that's got keys in it, man. I raced it all. I've raced in NASCAR, Indy, motocross, circle tracks. Anything that's got a key to turn and a motor, I'm ready to send it.
Hey, we're gonna see if Justin will let you borrow Dale for the weekend.
Oh gosh, that's a tough one there. After what he's putting into it now and what he's doing to it, it's going to be even more of his baby now. So he blew it up in the mud pit after the rave doing donuts for everybody, which he put on one hell of a show in that thing. That throttle did not lift off the floor once in that Can-Am. When he sent it down through there full blast. We got back up front. He's like, it ain't starting. He's missing half the case in the lower end.
Say hello to the crank.
But you had a good show.
Well, him and Kaio Kane at least got that in common.
Yeah. Blowing up Can-Ams.
Blowing up them X3s is just part of the game, dog.
It's part of the game.
That's what it is, too. So I had a chance to get way up north to Maine this year and go to the proving grounds up there with Randy Oakley.
Yeah.
One of his events up there. Now, he knows how to put on a really good show up there.
He's a guy I've actually been talking to. We're going to get him on the show a little bit later. Just hopefully we're going to get him on before they've got the snowbog up there. He's going 1,000 different directions right now. Yeah. But, yeah, he's a cool guy. He's been floating around for years doing what he's doing.
You can definitely have some conversations with him and learn some stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah,
he's cool.
Shout out to Randy Oakley and Barbara Zeller up there, the owner of Proving Grounds.
Definitely. We'll see if we can get them all on. I mean, that's one of the things that's cool for us is we get to meet all these people and we get them a little bit of a stage outside of their neck of the woods. And I mean, if you know anything about the off-road world, we travel.
And that's,
we travel a lot.
That's another one that JJ Valley and Chris Conson facilitated up there. They are all over the map, literally.
They are. I mean, you never know where Chris is going to pop up next. He's starting to tease people with where he's going next. It's that crazy this year.
Yeah.
Well, they know when Chris Conson shows up, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
So he's actually right now we're putting together. We're trying to put it together. We're going to go down to Texas for
Rednecks with paychecks.
Rednecks with Paychecks and Trucks Gone Wild combined. That's a show everybody's going to want to see there. Everybody's been waiting years and years to see that.
Yes, sir.
Save your beads
trying to
up.
see what
Save
the
your beads
schedule
up.
looks like.
Save your beads.
I might have to make my way down there. That's right after. Actually, that's right before we jet out to Oregon. So we want to go very, very badly. I might just like figure out where Chris is going and just jump on the back of his flatbed as he rolls by and just jump and ride cold until we get there.
So all my buddies at Honda Fairfield over here in Ohio, they all race like the GNCCs with their side-by-sides and IXCRs and stuff and their side-by-sides. They're all getting ready now already for the next year's King of the Mountain trip. That's another event if you ever get a chance to get out and check out.
Where's King of the Mountain?
It's out west somewhere. It's on Moab somewhere out there.
Oh, okay. That's a whole
somewhere
other
out.
world.
A whole nother world. Big mountain, fast-paced, side-by-side racing.
Yeah.
That's
on the list. I've got buddies
lit.
that go out to Moab every year and tell
That
me how
sounds
crazy
lit.
it is. They go all the way down to Vegas out of Moab. The Jeep guys will just travel for days on that stuff and have a ball. And then the side-by-sides, I know Rob Clinton goes out there about every other year. He's out there and rides for a few days, for a whole week, actually. He's been trying to convince me to go out and get film, and it's like, I don't know if I can make a whole week. I'll see what I can do.
It's great seeing all these guys finally, they're working together now. They've all known each other for a long time, but, they're all starting to work together now, mixing these Rednecks with Paychecks, Trucks Gone Wild, and Redneck Rave together, letting all these different branches of the world see what else everybody has going on. Because I've traveled, like I said, all over. You go out west and you're hitting sand dunes, running mountains of rock out there. You go to Kentucky, you're hill climbing and rock bouncers. You go down North Carolina, you're meeting the king of the deep, mud bog guys. Go up north, you're hitting the snowball guys and snowmobiles.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of everything on all four corners.
I'm not going to lie. That's the one thing about Michigan I miss. I do miss the sleds. There's nothing like cranking a sled and going 90 and then just hitting it and standing it up. And I mean, some of these guys, I was lucky enough growing up. One of my neighbors was a test mechanic for Articat, and he would always have the one-offs that nobody ever saw. And the buggies that he had, those bikes would just tear, and they would scare the hell out of you when you hit that throttle because they just dump you. They just come up and dump you, and you're like, okay. Yeah, get into it slow. About 45, you start ripping, and you could just stand it up and just walk it like a crotch rocket.
Yeah, that's another good event up there in Michigan. Is the Baja Brawl.
Yeah,
I've heard about that. I've heard about the Baja.
Now that's a good party up there. And then you got
Mud Jam.
You got Red Bud, which is a motocross national race up there. That's another big party.
Yeah,
Michigan knows how to throw down.
That's where I'm
Well,
from.
what about tailgates? You guys, I see Justin's on with tailgates and tall boys.
Yeah, we got.
Well, I think it's Southern something South Fork Music Festival now this year.
Soul of the South. Or no, that's the Silverados one.
I was there last year, and I saw you guys run that event this year. I was excited for y'all. That's a fun event right there, man.
Oh yeah. There's so much going on. I can't even keep track of all of it unless I'm looking at my phone in the calendar. It's 1 month at a time.
It's pretty much our lives at this point. If my girl didn't keep track of my calendar, I would be done. There's no chance for me to keep up with stuff. But man, I really appreciate y'all coming on tonight. This is the show. This is what the show is all about. It's about bringing all the different people from different facets, different aspects of the off-road world together on one stage, letting them cut it up, because most of these guys have met in the past. If they haven't met in the past, they're going to meet in the future. So big thank you to Fender Hat, Jaeger Dan, my man, and Stephen Chapel, my God. As always.
Yeah, appreciate all you guys, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, if you need any merch, you can go to validgg.com. You can pick up merch there from Justin. And, like it always goes, tell your dad, tell your mom, get your tickets at www.redneckrave.com.
Hit it, and have a good time.
Hype man extraordinaire. I'm telling you right there.
For sure.
Well, definitely, we appreciate you guys coming on tonight. we got to call it because about this time it gets a little long on us. We got to get to bed because I got a whole lot of phone calls to make tomorrow to make sure that this thing keeps rolling and doing what it's going to do. Much appreciated and much love. Thank you very much for coming on
Thanks for
tonight.
having me.
I wish
Appreciate
the best
you
to
guys.
everybody.
Thanks,
on
buddy.
here.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a
Good
good
night,
night.
everybody.
Later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye bye.
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 1 second. Let me make sure everybody's off.
Yo, my phone was about to die.
Was it?
Yeah. Come on, 8%, bro.
It's always every night. You got to plug that thing up somehow.
How many people are on tonight?
I can't plug it up when I use the mic.
Oh, damn.
So I had to take the mic off to put the charger on.
So how'd you think about it? How was it the first time out of the gate, Sherry?
I thought it was awesome tonight. I thought there was no lagging. It was moving the whole entire night.
Well, once you get so many personalities together, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's
Yeah.
Let me give me one.